I was muted. Let me try that again. That was a new thing at the end. I was playing around with a logo reveal. I really dug that. I was like, you know what? Let me make a new end of the intro real fast. Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you had a safe and awesome week. What's up, Kyle and Mr. Nope? So a little bit of housekeeping right out the gate. I feel like I am way too far. There we go. Uh, so you see the experience in the chat. Do me a favor. That is my place of employment that I love very much. If you haven't subbed to them yet, if you're new here, please sub up. Great content all week. Super fun time. I love it. Um, in fact, this past Friday, we had Friday Night Live, and we also had before that the original art show with Nick Barucci. Y'all do me a favor. Go find the art show from this past Friday. Send Nick some love, man. He's having a rough time. And I'm not just talking about the diamond stuff. He's having a rough time. And Nick's my dude. I love him, man. So send him some good vibes. And then watch the show and comment and all that other stuff and go back and watch all the other shows on the experience. Uh, we are we were for a second 12 subs away from 600. We're back down to 13 subs. Okay. Uh, we're 13 subs away from 600. My small goal for the year is hitting 800 subs. The big grand goal would be 1,000. That would be awesome. So, help us out if you can. Another channel though that is 11 subs away from 400. And I know I got. Oh, I don't have it in here. Do do do. Another channel that you should be checking out is One Collection Down, Blame Phable. He is at 389 subs. This guy puts great shows together that are, actually structured, unlike the ones you see here. We have a good time, but Fable's got a structured show. He's a good dude. We've been talking. Hopefully, we can get him on here soon. So go check out Phable. Let's see what else. Got some sad stuff to talk about, and then I'm going to bring on everybody. We lost about 4 people like this last week. The first one I want to talk about, and I'm not going to dwell on this too much, folks, but these are folks that I feel that should be brought to everyone's attention. Uh, if you don't know who this guy is, this is Roberto Orsi. Yeah, go ahead. That's good. That's a good way to spend your time, Kyle. And get better soon, boss. This is Roberto Orsi. Now, some of you may know him, some of you may not. He was a writer with Alex Kurtzman, I believe. They were a writing team that worked on Hercules, Xena. Um, they did the first 2 Transformers movie scripts, which I love the first Transformers movie. Uh, they were also part of the trio along with J.J. Abrams that made the show Fringe. So very sad, very young. He was only 51. So my heart goes out to his family for that. Hey, Triple B. The next one, this one hit kind of hard. Michelle Trachtenberg. Um, Harriet the Spy, Buffy. A lot of people know her from Buffy. She was in one of my favorite movies that I feel doesn't get enough love, Eurotrip. I love that movie. If you've never seen it, please watch it. It's I find it hysterical, but very sad. Only 39. So, uh, the last one I want to talk about. Uh, this one was a surprise, but Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arikara. I hope I pronounced that right. Uh, very sad thing going on with that. Uh, again, this guy was top three Lex Luthors and just a superb actor, outside of Superman, obviously. French Connection, Hoosiers, I can never say the word right. And just a super talented guy. So, uh, like I said, don't want to dwell, but Triple B, I think I remember you saying something like that before. I don't want to dwell, but this is just for pop culture and just the world and fans. Like it was a hard week this last week, but now I've got the sad stuff out of the way. Like I said, I just thought I should bring some of those to folks' attention in case they hadn't heard. Let me bring in my other folks so we can get this party started. Yeah, and one of their pups. That's just it's crazy. Let me bring in now we got my co-host Ed Weird, and then there's this random guy that I mean I already spoiled it anyway when I did the description and everything. He's on the thumbnail. Everybody welcome in the hardest working man ever.
Oh man, they paid me to be here. By the way,
Who paid you?
That cheery beginning, Jay.
me with water.
Yeah. Fix say I ain't pay you.
Oh,
Fellas, how we doing?
that Gene Hackman thing, man. That one hits hard.
Yeah.
That one definitely hits hard. Michelle, I don't have as much experience with a lot of her stuff. I didn't watch a lot of Buffy. We're gonna watch Eurotrip though, because you and I got to talking about that after I watched the robot fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to watch that.
Yes.
So
Hashtag there's Sean.
yeah, Triple B, nope. What's going on? I know that's kind of coined by Robbie, but I don't care.
Can you hear me? Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? That joyful, intro. You got me all verklempt. No, Gene Hackman. That just blows my mind. Without even thinking, I can name 5 of my favorite movies that he's in. And it's so weird to think how him and his whole family and even the dog. I mean, this is like a Chris Benoit mystery all over again.
Yeah,
for those of you who know wrestling,
the Superman movies, Quick and the Dead, Hoosiers are my tops. And then
Crimson Tide, Hoosiers, Mississippi Burning,
Replacements for me.
Replacements. And then he's in that one really weird alien movie, but where that George Reeves wannabe shows up and does some stuff, but I don't remember the name of that movie. But no, that one's hard. I love Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm telling you, yeah, Eurotrip, super underrated movie. So, there are some people like it's a poor man's American Pie or Road Trip. I like Road Trip. I think Eurotrip's better. That's just me. I like Road Trip though.
See, but do either of those movies have the robot fight? No. Like, no.
Yeah. It's so funny. Sean sent me that clip. He goes, dude, this is hilarious. And I was like, dude, that's from Eurotrip.
I'm like, and unsurprisingly, I'm like, never seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever. We're doing good that I've seen Grandma's Boy, so.
That's true. Grandma's Boy is one of my favorite movies as well. I love that movie. So let me ask you.
Nuggets.
Let me ask you, Sean. Should we talk about the DCU news first, or should we show off free comic book day comics?
You know what? We're here for the people. We're here for the comics. Let's do the free comic book day comics.
Awesome. All right, folks. As always, these are not every single free comic book day comic, but I did grab a bunch, and we're going to start this one off. Yeah.
Okay, that looks good already.
The Amazing Spider-Man Ultimate Universe from Marvel. So number one, free comic book day comic. I as soon as I saw this, I'm a Marvel fan. Some of their comics lately haven't been great to me, but I can definitely read older ones. But I can say this: some of the covers they have are just like, okay,
And a lot of people have said that this Ultimate Universe is actually really good, especially like the Ultimate Spider-Man run. Most people praise, and then I've read the one issue of Ultimate Wolverine, and I need more. So, but a lot of people have said the Ultimate Universe as a whole has actually been really good.
yeah. So everybody remember, go to your LCS. Now, some of your LCSs they do things like donating canned food. Some of them just here's the comics. But if you make it to your LCS or any other comic book store, even if if they're doing free comics, look around, go grab some dollar issues or something, spend $5. You know, it'll go a long way. It's the deciding factor between ramen and frozen pizza sometimes.
Wow, Kyle, I didn't realize you felt so strongly.
That's true. He's also sick. Are you going over the logo, color coding, free comic book day? See, I don't. I know that there's a color coding, but I never remember it. I know there's like a kids one is a certain color, teen is a certain color. Like the blue one, I think it's teen. But please feel free, more than free, to drop that knowledge in the chat, Kyle. I'd appreciate that. So the next one we got, I had this one on last week, but it's a free comic book day release. DC All In Absolute Universe Special Edition. Oh, I love this cover. Love this cover. Obviously, DC Comics. We're in the summer of Superman, and I'm so excited for later on. Not only obviously for the Superman movie, but we're getting a brand new Superman Unlimited series written by Dan Slott, and
So
I
this is
like.
actually a free book?
Yeah,
Wow, I thought maybe it just came out at the same time.
no,
That's crazy. That's a gorgeous cover.
yeah, it really is. But that Unlimited series, I'm really excited for because Dan Slott is kind of hit or miss for me, but he's more hit than miss. There's been some misses, but there's honestly been a lot more hits. Okay, and right there in the chat, y'all, on the Kyle and Jay Q&A with Kyle and myself, which watch this last one, man. It was mainly Kyle talking, but that's because he went to Comics Pro and I didn't. Uh, but man, he showed off some awesome covers, and it's just a great talk. It's always Kyle. Kyle is one of those people that I could really listen to him talk for hours. I really could.
I can't.
Uh, huh? I'm sorry, sorry, Sean. I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
Huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly.
What? I can't
I didn't hear
listen.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you can barely pay attention, man.
What?
Well, you can't listen to Kyle talk for hours because you don't have that attention span with you.
I also just don't have hours.
That's true. Like I'm surprised you're here.
I'm surprised I'm still awake because I got done and then I talked to my brother on the phone for 4 hours and suddenly realized I was like, oh, it's 7:30.
So yeah, Kyle and J Q&A be Wednesday after Triple B's show. He hates the sound of his own voice, but he has a lot of knowledge.
Yep.
So the next one on here is the Energon Universe 2025 special from Image Skybound. I have yet to read any of the Transformers GI Joe books, even though I hear how amazing they are. I
Same.
need to, but I mean, maybe this might be a good jumping on point. But
Everybody raves about the Transformers stuff. G.I. Joe, I'm just like, yeah.
well, they're saying that the GI Joe stuff is on another level,
Huh.
and it's from it's Image. It's in that universe. I hear nothing but great things. Like, granted, my GI Joe experience was the cartoons. I'd never really read a GI Joe comic. Uh, sorry, Bronze Age nerd, if you ever see this. But the more I hear about this stuff, the more I want to. Like, if if I read GI Joe and it gets me excited, it's if one of the F free comic days gain value, it's going to be Energon. Well, you heard it from Kyle. But if I can read a GI Joe book and it gets me excited, then I know that the team did a great job. Like, there's a lot of books where I'm like, I've never been a fan of this property, and you get a good team on it, and it totally changed my mind. Like Space Ghost, I didn't really have too much of an interest in Space Ghost because I didn't have any connection with the character. That's like the one Hanna-Barbera character that just I got skipped over. I knew of him from that Coast to Coast show, but I grabbed it because of the art. But once I read the story, David Pepose and that whole team made me a fan, and I'm all the way in with that book. So I'm gonna get this one. And let's see, what do I have next? Oh, you know what? Let's see. What is this? What is this? What is this?
J. Shame on you. There's nothing there yet. It's my new YouTube channel I just started today. There's nothing there yet.
Nice.
But I'm working on it. Took me forever just to get the logo the way I wanted it.
That's dope.
I loves it.
It's so dope.
Well, thank
It is
you.
lay dope.
I'm his first two subs.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
I don't know.
I was gonna say I got a sub here in just a second too. It's like, so let me grab my phone. We send the link out to a friend so he can come join the chat real quick.
You got me on this one. I did not know you were doing this, brother.
You
Yep.
have the link in the chat?
Yeah, the link's in the chat.
There's literally nothing there yet, people.
We're just gonna build you subs up, man. We're gonna build you up.
You're subbing
I'm
to
number
nothing.
3.
You act like you have to have something there for us to sub. Like, come on, man. What the hell?
I told him, I said, when he showed me this, I was like, dude, I want to be your first guest.
You
Hey,
definitely
Lorena.
will be my first guest.
Hell
I promise.
yeah.
There's this.
I'm number 3.
I'm 1 and 2.
That's not fair. I was walking the dog.
Okay.
Well, that's weird.
Well, it's not really fair to anybody because I think Ed shared the link with me first. So,
Well, in all fairness, it was because I wanted your opinion on the graphic and everything.
I enjoy it.
Give me a second here, Edward. You're about to get like 4 more subs because I got like 5 different ways to do this.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Hey,
I'm gonna be the only empty channel with subs on YouTube.
not true.
Not true.
I have 7 subs on my Jay Burns, and I don't have anything up there.
Yep.
Right?
Same.
Hi,
There-
Jenna.
Oh, hey.
You're early.
Hi.
You usually don't come out for a while. Did you get home early today?
Yeah, I got home early today because I worked double the last 3 days.
Nice.
I did full 12 hours of driving for 3 days straight.
Okay.
Well, pull up a chair and join us.
There's only room for 1 chair, and I don't know where my glasses are.
Aw.
I was seeing if I left them in
Do
here.
like this, and then just zoom in, and you'll be all right.
Only some of that comes from Michigan.
That's great.
Okay.
I'll just have Jay send me the link in Messenger, and I'll just do it from there. There we
Hey,
go.
can we switch spots for a minute so you can find my glasses?
Yeah, if you'll go to my next book.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I seem to have. Okay, where am I?
You're in the chair.
You should be able to just push the down arrow one time and it should go to the next one.
No.
This would be interesting.
should
I
you?
am lying. I know. I am trying. I am doing the looking.
She's like, should be able to hit the down arrow. Okay. Boop.
Ooh.
Oh, Godzilla. It's Godzilla.
I'm so bad.
Gojira.
It's Godzilla. Not really, because due to copyright issues, it kind of looks like Godzilla. But run.
We should still run against Godzilla.
Oh my god, I can't remember what film that is now.
Neither can I, but it's hilarious to watch that part.
Austin Powers or something.
Was it? You think it? Jay thinks it was Austin Powers. Oh, but I'm super excited. I've enjoyed a lot of the Godzilla books that have come out the last couple of years.
The first people that release a Godzilla comic that has 99% less human and 99% more kaiju is going to get my vote, because all of the other Godzilla comics spend way too much time on stuff no one cares about.
I thought a lot of the kaiju books that they had been doing were way more based on the monsters, but then again, I've only read like 2.
Oh,
Like,
man.
they have Power Rangers versus Godzilla. I'm like, really?
There was a kaiju book that was based off of Godzilla that I read, and Ed, you might remember this because you used to make fun of me for it all the time.
The Kaiju?
The
Cockju?
Cockju.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know Jenna likes her cockju.
Oh god.
Hold on real quick. So, Nailbiter, excellent series, but if you haven't, check out Where Monsters Lie
Oh
and
yeah.
Where Monsters Lie Cul-de-Sac.
Oh,
Harrower.
Oh, I loved Harrower.
Ed, you got any other?
Mark Spears Monsters.
There you go. Any
Okay.
horror
The
books?
Universal's Frankenstein, Universal's what was the other one they I can't remember the other one they let out. Not the Mummy, that hasn't come out yet. Dracula, I hated the art, but the story was good.
Okay.
I'm missing one and I
The
can't
Creature from the
remember.
Black Lagoon?
Yes,
Yeah.
The Creature. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Those
There's-
are excellent. Frankenstein
those are
and Creature were excellent.
There's one that I don't know if you would consider it horror, but I like to go back to it. It's the oxymoron, the loveliest night. No,
Loveliest Nightmare.
loveliest nightmare. Thank you. I like going back and rereading that one. How many issues is the horror?
Four?
Harrower. I
Five?
think there's
There's 4. Isn't there a follow-up series that just came out?
Yeah, that's what I was
Horror?
thinking.
Harrower doesn't have a follow-up series yet, does it?
Yeah,
Are you thinking of Cul-de-Sac and Monsters High?
that's okay, Lorena. We got you.
Monsters Lie has one, but I could have sworn that there was a follow-up to Harrower.
I don't think so.
I have been keeping my eye out for that, and if I missed it, I don't know how I did.
Okay.
Excellent series. Harrower is excellent.
Doing-
So is
doing
Where
the
Monsters
goggle.
Lie. Pardon?
Said doing the goggle now.
Oh
the
no, not the
goggles?
goggle.
Lorena, we knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Jay just loves standing there in that Superman shirt because it looks
Oh,
like he's
oh,
wearing the
Let me
suit.
second follow.
I do.
They're at the bottom next to Lore Olympus. Please and thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another one.
This is one of my favorite ones to go back and read. It's by Zenoscope, but it's called Satan's Hollow.
You know what?
Mhm.
That book is crazy.
Let's go, since you're showing a book, all you
Oh.
got to do is drag your screen.
Oh, hi guys. This one. I love it so much I got the hardcover of it.
Oh yeah, show a black and white one. Just hurt my feelings. Go
the
ahead.
inside's not though. Ed.
No,
The
the cover
inside's
is.
in color.
Jay already made me cry with Gene Hackman, and now you're showing black and white books.
Look, no, look, the inside's in
Oh,
color.
okay. Yes, cool.
But only the cover. The cover. I don't know if you can see it, Ed, but it's actually parts of it are blue.
No.
It's like a blue gray, and that's what I liked about it. But the inside's all full color.
Okay.
Cool.
Sean B smoking the crack. All right.
Yes.
That's
Yes. Yes, Kyle, I do. If you would be so
Yes,
kind.
Kyle, that would be so kind of you. This would be so kind. Sean, you'll have to send me the list.
Are we doing
Ah.
British? I'll have to practice if we're going to do our British.
Come on,
Matt,
come on.
Matt, what list do you want to do? Because if you want a list of comics,
Oh, we can just start putting them right here in the chat for everybody to see if we
I
want.
think it was everyone we named.
Can you bring me Oxymoron? Is it down there? I thought I just no, that's the gorillas.
Go.
But yeah,
Oh my god, Jay alphabetized the comics?
what is I'm for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the horror comic that you had me read first. It's right out of my head.
Pestilence.
That one, that's a great comic.
Yes, it is. Oxymoron.
Which one?
The Loveliest Nightmare.
We got a couple of Oxymoron things.
If we're going to talk
This
that,
is my Comics Tribe. I love this. Is one of my favorite ones to revisit.
if we're going to talk about that, you got to mention Sync.
Yes, Sync's really good too. But I don't know if we consider that horror.
Sync?
Yeah.
Sync
Really?
is
Okay.
horror.
Well, I guess it just there's a goat man on the cover, Ed.
Clowns
I have a rule. If you have to ask yourself, this may or may not be horror, it's not horror.
Hold on, time out. Okay, so
To me, they label Sync as a horror comic, but to me, Sync seems more like a slasher series.
It's an anthology. What are you doing?
I was trying to make it so we could all chit chat.
Okay,
Am I just? I don't know what I'm doing.
hold on. Just
Okay.
a second.
Okay.
Okay, so see how these slides are set up?
Yeah.
If you go up to one of these empty ones,
Aha! Learning new things every day. Look at that. There's a Goatman. Yeah, there is a Goatman's cover. But yeah, Matthew, if you want us to put all the ones that we've been recommending in the chat, just let us know.
Boom isn't doing that stuff right now.
Well, that's just.
Well, tell them to go somewhere else.
Oh.
You
Can I
have the
talk
power.
about my favorite free comic book day?
Okay.
It would be the one that I got a couple days ago from my good pal, Mr. Nope. Can you see it?
No.
The virtual background. The virtual
Your background's
stopping
killing it.
What do you? Is it the background, or do you have the Chinese cloaking technology?
It's the background.
It's the background.
Whoa. Doggone it. How about
Star Wars? Oh, okay. Oh.
No? All right. I don't know how to do this then. Anyway, I got the book. It's Grogu eating a frog, and it's a Ken Hazer cover, and I love it.
The little flashes I'm getting fill me with joy.
Hold on. It's not mansplaining when I was talking first.
That's true. I asked him a question. I asked it at him. That sounds like the makings of a
All
video.
right, forgive my ugly kitchen. I'm turning off the background so you can see the book.
Oh, I really like that.
There's the book. It's
I remember
Grogu eating the
I
frog.
remember seeing that cover when it was on. I forgot you got that.
That's dope.
I love it. I opened it and it made me smile from ear to ear. So thank you,
waited.
Mr. Nope.
Yeah. Nope waited until Ed left and said he had to leave.
That's right.
And then he got it.
I remember
Dynamite Dungeon. Yeah, okay.
I remember that now.
I was looking at his over 800 Dynamite books. Jeez.
Well, yeah, when you get 10 packs a week.
That'll happen.
Jeez Louise.
That's like go over to Jenna's house. She might have one of the largest Aftershock comic collections around.
I technically have every Aftershock book except for the Trade of Animosity. I don't have the Trade for Animosity. They made it. It sold out of my store before I could get it, and we just didn't get any more in. And then I don't have the single issues for the whole series of Black Eyed Kids. Those are the only two things I'm missing, and then I have the rest of Aftershock. I think
there's one other series you don't have, but I forget what it's called. I think it's The Revolutionist.
I don't have the entire series. I have a majority of it, though.
Once upon a time at the end of the universe of
that was not Aftershock. There's once upon a time at the end of the world. Thank you.
Yeah, but what's the rest of it? There was more.
No. That was the series' main title. Each book had a secondary title, and that's what made it so long.
Recite them now as a quiz. Go.
No. I'm surprised I still remember the name of the actual comic series, because that's been almost 3 years now.
Well, I only tortured you with it for 2 months.
Do I have the Ambassador exclusives? I have 2 of them because they showed up at our store, so I bought them. Kyle over here rubbing it in my face.
Whoa.
I'm gonna fight
Calm
you.
Down. Calm down.
You don't understand.
Kyle is sick. We got to go easier on Kyle.
Okay, Kyle, I will not fight you until the next time I see you, which may be a few more years. I don't care if you're a foot taller than me or not.
Do you have to say that to everyone you meet?
I'm gonna fight you. Yeah.
No, even if you're a foot and a half taller than I am.
Yeah, because literally everyone is.
I'm all of 5 foot, man. Everybody's at least a foot taller than me, except for Jay. He's only a half a foot taller than me.
Oh, weird. Okay.
I'll send you a bunch. Oh my god, I would love that. I need them.
Find the last one we were on.
Oh yeah.
Was it this one? That was the last one?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what we
Start
were
by
thinking, yeah.
Godzilla. So this one looked kind of cool.
It does. Was it first appearance of Ballpoint? Worst bot ever? Sounds like best bot ever. Who's going to like a ballpoint pen would be the perfect transformer because he could get anywhere. Who's suspicious of a ballpoint pen?
Do you remember your free comic book day labels? We're gonna talk about it on Wednesday.
Oh,
If you don't, so don't
yes,
worry about it.
yes, I do.
Don't tell them all though, so they'll watch the show.
If that's the only reason they're watching, you're in trouble, Jay.
So green is for everybody. Blue is for kids. Red is for adults. Is that the labels you're
Damn,
talking
now we
about?
don't have a show.
Yeah.
And skin color are not safe for work.
But anyway, it's a nice little random Transformer book. I thought the cover looked cool. I thought it had an interesting.
The penny is mighty in the sword.
Thought it was interesting. Next one we got up. Thought people might like this one.
I take it back. Blue is kids, teens. Green is everybody. Didn't I? Wait, I did say that. I did say that.
I love
Why?
the fact when I was like, "Hey, don't tell them all because we're going to be talking about it Wednesday."
Oh,
You're
I'm
like,
sorry.
"Hey, let me go ahead and tell them everyone."
There's more than 3.
Okay.
Those are just the 3 big ones that are across at everybody's. That's
Sean,
green is for kids.
Mom
That's
and Dad are
what I said.
fighting, and
Green
I
is
don't
for
like it when
everybody.
Mom and Dad fight. Make them stop.
Green is for everybody, meaning for kids as well, Kyle. Okay?
Jesus. Anyway, Mark Spears Monsters #0 from King Spot. This one looks like an old VHS.
Okay, so when it comes to Keen Spot, it's either great or
Well, apparently Mark Spears Monsters is great.
low free comic day. Yes.
The cover looks dope.
It does look really dope. I want this one. It's just
missing the bride. I'm sorry, that's unexcusable.
Ooh.
She got her own. She got a whole cover to herself. That's like $800 now.
So did the rest of these people.
She has her own show now.
Yeah, but
Are they $800?
I don't know.
Why not? You're a horror comic guy.
Yeah, but I'm horror. Never mind.
Oh Lord.
So anyway, I threw this one on here because Mark Spears is like the hot freaking
VHS
artist
cover.
right now. Like,
Okay. I do really like that cover.
he's getting crazy work. His stuff is going through the roof. So put this one on here, like, especially for Ed. I was like, Ed's gonna be here. I know Ed really digs this.
So is he kind of like this year's like Tinian, Cullen Bunn? Just everything is going really good for him.
He's cover artist too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's his covers really that are taken off.
Okay.
But this series, he writes it all. Too.
Yeah, he writes this one.
Okay.
He covers it. He does it all.
But if I want a good horror cover, Mark Spears.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
If you love Universal Monsters, because that's pretty much what they are, all of them.
Please be kind. Rewind.
I don't see a problem with that. So,
I don't either. I love Universal Monsters. They're my favorite.
There we go.
But the bride not
You're
being
your
on that
favorite.
cover, him and I are gonna have to throw down on
They're my
that one.
favorite. Sorry, I'm making fun of my nephew right now.
Oh my God. He would totally fit in LA.
LA. Boom. 20 what? 20 years?
Yep,
Has it been
it's
20
the
years?
20th
Yep.
anniversary special.
20th anniversary.
Okay, if you go over to TikTok, Boom Studios actually has a different cover.
Well, they probably do.
Mark Spears is gettable.
I like that.
For now.
For now, until
Yeah.
in 10 years, he'll be right where Alex Ross is at.
I don't know about all that.
Alex Ross had to start somewhere.
Yeah. He's gonna, like, some of the covers that he's doing, some of the stuff he's doing for Dynamite, like, he's getting big, like, quick.
Okay. Can't say much about this cover. It's probably going to be, a couple of stories in there like they do normally?
Probably.
I think so. I mean, it's an anniversary special. Again, it's free comic.
Yeah. Free comic. It's probably going to be kind of like a tester or like a teaser. No, what do they call them? What do they call them? So Boom puts out usually once a year, or no, Dark Horse usually puts out once a year, where it's like it's a book and it's like little teasers, like a little taste test of different books. I feel like based off of what I'm seeing here,
So it's like ash can. Book.
like yeah, kind of like a bunch of little ash cans together. That's what this looks like.
Is that irredeemable on the end, Jay?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That's the
And then there's Berserker,
Mm-hmm.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Can't quite tell the other ones though.
The other ones look like animals on the B.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the other two I don't recognize.
Man, I'm behind the times on Boom. All right, who's next? Ooh.
just because I thought the cover was dope.
Okay, that looks.
That does look really dope.
It feels like comic book writers have kind of gotten a grasp on Conan, because a lot of the recent Conan stuff has actually been pretty good.
Oh, Titan's been crushing.
Yeah, Titan,
Mhm.
dude. What Titan has been doing in general, I don't think I've read a bad book from Titan yet.
What makes me mad about this is I've been like talking big on Titan since what was it, 2019, 2020? And I was like, is this a Titan book? You need to get it. You need to get it. You need to get it. And it's just like, it was just slept on. And now it's finally getting like big. And I'm like, good for you, Titan. About time.
Yeah, Titans went from really small to I think they're in now one of the top 10 in terms of size.
We
Should read a comic once a week to the chat. Where would we begin? Where would we begin? We need to pick another day. Maybe Sundays I can sit down and read a comic. There's this one that I really want to show people. Ed's daughter actually is the artist on it.
Oh, it's sitting right there. I just did an unboxing video for it.
Yes, we
Remember,
did.
we got to do this.
Oh yeah. I love showing this book off, Ed. I hope you know. I show it off to everybody. I've let quite a few people read it.
That's
I've let a couple of people read it. I like how it's got. So this book is so great because it does have like support and where you could find. I can't turn the page right now. I cut off all my nails and now I can't turn pages.
Aw.
I have to learn how to use fingers.
A lot of my new stuff is around here somewhere, but
Adult story time.
Yes. And it's got, so in this book, on most of these pages, it's actually got helpful resources for people as well.
Those are called parent pockets.
Parent pockets.
I learned that reading the book the other day again.
How did I forget that? But there it is. It's a really good book. You can get it, I think, Barnes & Noble's and Amazon, right,
Yeah.
Ed?
Yep.
Yes. Where did we get ours? We got ours
Amazon.
from Amazon. Yeah.
Amazon, and when I did the unboxing the other day, if you look on the channel, the unboxing video from a couple days ago has that in there, and the Amazon link is in the description.
Yes. Goodness. I think some of these books we would have to do cover-ups. Like if I read Karma to everybody, I'd have to do cover. Like, let me put a sticky note everywhere.
So anyway, that's Conan, Scourge of the Serpent from Titan. The next one we got on here had to.
Oh,
yes.
Look, here's what I'm going to tell people.
Hold on one second. Matt, if you want to read a comic that is absolutely crazy in all the most awesome ways, read I
Yes.
Hate Fairyland. All of it.
yes. As you notice, it's a red band.
So everybody knows Scotty Young is an artist. What they don't know is Scotty is also a fantastic writer, and
Yes.
I Hate Fairyland is my favorite series he's ever done.
The other one I think is no.
No, East
Middle-
West,
East
something like
West,
that.
yeah.
He's
But
Middle West.
Middle
Middle
West, thank you.
whatever. It's
Check.
it's one of those directions.
But this is can be considered a like this some parts of this comic I would consider it as horror.
That's only if we put the link in.
We didn't do the wing.
Kyle is spreading misinformation.
Lies,
I just-
lies and slander.
I just fixed people from thinking that's why we got kicked off. I just fixed that, Kyle.
But now that we know that there's an I Hate Fairyland, yes, this is definitely the must pick up for me. So
Yeah.
Yes.
This is going to be.
It's the wrong title for the book, though.
Why? Oh, is this supposed to be F Fairyland?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That's
I
much
have
better.
that cover.
I think remember when we had me pull in the variants, that's all my covers were saying for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm on Scotty Young's Substack, and he was talking about that pretty much Gert's going to go on for as long as he could find writers, and I'm like, dude, yes, all of this. Like, I hate Fairyland. Gert is one of my favorite characters.
Kyle is still big mad.
Oh, dude, I don't
Big
blame
up,
you.
big mad.
But this is Once Upon a Time. This is going to be Scotty Young and friends.
Ooh.
And this, if you've never read I Hate Fairyland, folks, go pick up some older issues. It is a fantastic
Yes.
story. It's violent, but funny and cutesy.
Strange Academy is very good as well. Yeah, he worked on that as well. So what I'm going to say about I Hate Fairyland for anybody who hasn't read it yet or doesn't know anything, in the very first page of the very first issue, so it's not a spoiler, she literally takes out a bazooka and blows up the moon, and there's guts and bloods everywhere.
Yes.
So definitely, it's fun.
It's a fluff and great time.
Oh,
Yes. And then, as always, when I tell people, if you end up liking I Hate Fairyland, check out Pretty Violent
yeah.
by Image. It's basically I Hate Fairyland, except with superheroes, and it's definitely turned up to like 12.
Yeah.
But the next one I got is, I thought about the nieces and nephews.
Aww. They're gonna, yeah, we have to get that. This is number 3 though.
Iron Man and his awesome friends, and Spidey and his amazing friends.
So it's gonna be, hold on, it's gonna be Iron Man and his awesome friends number 1, but Spidey and his awesome friends number 3.
I guess so.
I'm
Huh.
just
gonna read it.
copied the title.
Yep, I see that. That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah, it says number 3
Oh,
down here.
you are 100% correct.
Okay.
But the title. I copied it straight from the site, so who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just. I'm not thinking that Nope's talking about this.
I think
one.
he's talking about I Hate Fairyland. I don't know. He may be talking about this.
I'm not, no shame, but this is just a good one. You know, you got younger folks in your life, and you want to get them interested in comics. I mean, our nephew Witten loves
Oh,
Spidey
yeah.
and his amazing friends.
We get him the free comic book day Spidey one every year.
Yeah.
So that might be what it is. This might be the third one of those.
And then Joshua likes what? Turtles right now?
He likes Spider-Man as well, and Star Wars and Turtles and
Sonic.
oh god, his Sonic. Oh, he
Once
knows
he's-
every fact there is about Sonic.
Once he's a little older, all the Alien comics will come to him.
Dude, those are mine. Mine.
It's
Oh,
just-
come on, Nope, admit it. You weren't talking about Fairyland. Come on.
Well, like I said, I wanted to show off some kids ones because we got to get younger readers into the comics to keep this thing going.
We technically have 21 nieces and nephews now. So comics.
About to be 22.
Oh, shut up. Oh god.
You guys
Why?
are rookies.
I have like one.
Hey,
If you're
we
talking,
count Jules and Josh too.
if you're talking, well, okay. If you're not talking like biological stuff, I've got 4.
I've got great nieces and great nephews.
Oh my gosh. If I can't say, okay, my
You
oldest
old
niece is
fart.
20. If she starts having kids, I'm going to cry.
My
So
God.
anyway, the Phantom. Mad Cave Studios. Mad Cave has been doing an awesome job. Like, there's 2 schools of thoughts on this. You got Green Hornet at Dynamite. You have Dynamite doing their older, like, cult heroes, pulp heroes, I should say. And then you got Mad Cave doing theirs. And I think both companies are doing a fantastic job on these.
Yeah.
I got to read Dick Tracy. I think Dick Tracy from Mad Cave is fabulous.
I've not read it yet. Need to.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I'm really excited to check out this Phantom.
Okay. And it says 0, so I guess it's going to be a prequel for the new series that they're starting of it. That's what it looks like.
Could be.
Probably.
We need another Phantom movie.
Yes.
There's, man, Billy Zane.
Billy Zane is Phantom. I don't know. Billy Zane can come back. Especially he's got the mask. Billy Zane for life, man.
Why did you have to say Billy Zane? I was just forced to watch Titanic a couple days ago.
Okay, well, I'll make it better. Me and Jay just rewatched
You gonna say Demon Knight?
Demon Knight. I was gonna say the full name of it. The Tales from the Crypt present Demon Knight, where he's the main demon, and I always enjoy those films.
You
'Cause
had
what's
me
the
at
other one
Tales from the
called?
Crypt.
Voltero Blood? No,
You almost got it.
I don't. It's gone.
Bordello.
Bordello Blood.
Bordello of
That's a
Blood.
good one.
Yeah, they're both good. Cause like the blood one definitely calls on the Demon Knight. And I don't know why. I just thought that was always funny. And then Jay was telling me before there was supposed to be a third one.
Yeah.
You remember what that one was?
Not a clue.
Ugh.
Okay, so now that Crybaby's in the room here. So next one on the list.
Oh.
Now, if you didn't watch the art show Friday with Nick was teasing. He didn't tell you, but Nick teased hardcore that there is something big that happens in this book.
Oh.
Like some
have to get
huge
it.
thing is going to be revealed, and he said, "I can't tell you what it is because I'll get in trouble.
Oh.
But just know there's going to be something big revealed in this book."
What could
Nick's
be?
excited for it to come out.
I'm gonna say, how would Nick get in trouble? He owns it.
Oh, trust me.
Technically, Disney owns it. He just owns the rights of the comics for it.
Yeah.
It's a weird relationship whenever you do Disney comics. It's a weird relationship when it comes to like actually property owned comics. Like Marvel can only do certain things with the Alien franchise. Forgive my ignorance about Phantom, but why did everybody hate the movie so much? I love the movie growing up, but never read the comics.
They're idiots.
Same, like, just I don't understand why people didn't like it.
You get more attention when you hate something.
Ugh, gross.
No, the Phantom movie is great. The Fantastic Four movies were great.
He rents it. Yeah, so he rents the rights to it. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah. That's what it is. He rents the rights. So he still can't give away things. But yeah. All right, this is the next one. What do we have here? Ooh, find your new here. Daredevil.
Okay.
Ooh, it's 30.
I'm waiting for that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a Beneath the Trees.
Yeah, and another
Yes.
30 Days of Night.
Yep.
Awesome.
They didn't like it because they didn't get it, right? Thank you,
Let's see,
Kyle. I'm trying to read that.
Beneath the Trees.
What's up, Scott? Scott Wilkie
Hey!
has a
Right
Kickstarter live right
Right.
now.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to drop the link.
We're trying to read this bottom two titles. Sorry.
Rite of Spring.
Rite of Spring?
Yes.
Okay, Beneath the Trees, Rite of Spring, 30 Days of Night. It's called licensing, but it's a rental of IP. Okay.
I want you to say that third one.
Blood. Tuatha. And then Blood. Oh my gosh, I'm trying
Blood
to.
and Honey.
Thank you.
Or Blood Honey. Blood
I
Honey.
need your
There's
glasses,
no N.
man.
Yeah,
That third book,
Thanks, Scott.
that's a scary one to pronounce because you could say something.
There we go. There's the link right there, folks. Third
Tuatha.
book in the holiday verse. Fully funded.
Yay.
Day one in the first hour.
Yeah. By the time I backed it, it was already funded.
We were back either one or two.
Of course you were.
All right. I'm excited for this. It looks like it's going to be, again, the red band, so adults. And we've got 4 different little tastes that we get to taste. Nummy.
That's going to be probably one of the top picks.
Yeah.
For best reads.
And then any of these like red band ones, you guys got to kind of like get there early because not a lot of comic book stores order a lot of them. They're usually pretty like low in the totem pole of ordering. Because I remember when we did it, we would only order maybe 20 versus the 100 of the blues and the greens.
It's just rude.
Just rude. But the adult ones, yeah.
Yeah.
If you tell your LCS you want them, though, I'm sure they'll get them for you.
Hopefully, because so when it comes to free comic book day books, you've got to. We ordered them almost 6 months in advance. It's an early order because they have to know how many to print to actually send out. So about 3 to 6 months in advance is what they ask you for. Mhm.
That's what I thought, Kyle.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That book snuck up on me when I read it at the
Okay.
end of last year because everybody raved about it, and I was like, all right, well, it's slow at work. I'm going to read one issue. 6 issues later, I was done. And I told Jay, I was like, holy cow, dude, it was such a good book.
Yep.
That cover of Beneath the Trees there reminds me of the last panel of the last book of Cul-de-sac, except it wasn't a giant bear.
Yeah.
Mm.
That reminds me a lot of the last page.
Okay.
It
Okay.
does.
How many issues of cul-de-sac are there right now?
4.
4, and it's done.
Yeah,
for
it's
now.
done for
Okay.
now, but
I'm 2 issues.
Nope, there's
behind.
another one coming.
there's going to be another one coming.
Yeah, I'm 2 issues behind, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I ended up. I didn't know he was still coming on. So I watched a little bit of it and then got busy with something else and stopped. Damn. I thought that was next Friday he was coming on.
Yep,
Well, I'm sure Kyle, if he wanted to, could post the link in there. If people want to go back and rewatch it.
Or I can just
Shh. Let
'Cause
Kyle
I-
do it.
'cause I work there.
Shh. Let Kyle do it.
Kyle
Shh.
can't post the link in our chat.
He can post it in the chat.
No.
No.
That's not how it works.
Well, we're moving on.
This-
Thundercats and the Powerpuff Girls. I want this so bad.
This was like I was talking to Nick last night and I didn't know. I was like, look, it's up on League of Comics. I don't know if I can talk about it though. He goes, if it's already up there, you can talk about it. I said, Thundercats and Powerpuff Girls? What a crossover, man. Like those are two super hot Dynamite properties.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do a crossover.
Is it a
they're
Moi
finally-
Moi Kissy Face edition?
Oh, I wish it was, Ed.
This is like that. What did they do? My Little Pony and Transformers a few years back,
Yeah, they did that twice actually. There's 1 and 2 of that.
and apparently that was really good.
It was so good. I was genuinely happily surprised.
I know how to use YouTube and go back and look.
But I think I actually got Jay to watch his first episode of Powerpuff Girls during Christmas for the Christmas episode, right?
Yeah.
It's an interesting. Like, I might appreciate it more now. As a kid, I just remember was like, it was okay.
Nope.
There's
That's
so many-
That's a
Meow,
perfect
meow,
name.
meow, meow.
That is a perfect name.
Although I feel bad, Jay didn't go watch an episode with Mojo Jojo or him yet.
That's the only character I knew.
Mojo Jojo or him?
Mojo Jojo.
Ugh,
That's only because Madison, when she was little, liked the Powerpuff Girls.
I love the Powerpuff Girls. I mean, him, just all around, just an actual like Satan, but with like claws for hands and the voice that he does. Hello, girls, and you're like, oh. Something. I wish I could remember who the voice of him was in Powerpuff Girls because that was just like creepy up the spine.
But anyway, I can't wait to see Snarf, Lion-O, Snarf,
Oh gosh.
Buttercup, Snarf.
What's Ooh,
Blood type. And
terror
if Kyle's still here, I know he just got juice and snacks. Please remind me, because the writer or artist was on with Matthias not that long ago, and I cannot for the life of me remember her name. But she talked about this was one of the books she was working on. So if you remember, I know that's asking a lot with you being sick right now, but if you can remember.
What do you do with these horror covers? They're going hard for Free Comic Book Day.
Which is weird. It's a blue. Okay.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, it's catching. I don't know nothing. Terror in a jugular vein.
She was on the FOC show with Matthias Lewis of Nowhere Comics, which is our very early, quote unquote, Friday show that comes on at 1 Eastern, 12 Central. You should watch it. Matthias is awesome.
I have an idea for Miss Blossom Red Sonja crossover sketch. Oh my god.
Do it.
Do it.
And Sean, you get a chance, man. I can't remember. I think it was this past Mondays. Look watch Comic Collectibles because, or unless you follow CJ on Instagram, CJ finally did the Copper Tone Rex cover on a
Ooh.
comic and
Did
sent it
he?
to Rex.
Oh,
Okay.
It's amazing.
hold on. Can I go now and then we can see my reaction?
Just
I
pull
don't
it up,
wait.
Jay.
Hold on. I said that incorrectly. He didn't share it on Instagram. I'm
Okay.
sorry. That was a lie. He didn't share
Dang
it
it,
on.
Jay. I already signed on to Instagram and
I
everything.
know. I just remember that because he corrected me in the chat when I said that last time. He didn't do it out of respect for Rex, but Rex showed the cover off.
Okay.
Fine.
My bad. Karina Becco. Or is it Betchko? What? I said Betchko.
Stop
Guys.
saying it. Stop saying it.
Jesus.
Jay, don't be a bitch.
Don't be a batch cow.
Betchko. I know what I'm saying.
Like, the first name should be Ima. Hello.
No.
Let me borrow that top.
Oh my God, shit.
Okay, he did the black and white cover on Instagram.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What's next?
But even still. Okay, so she's the artist for that. Oh my God.
Oh.
You have heard of Valiant Zombies? Or Rock. Oh, God damn.
You want to try that again?
Nope. Just-
Okay.
Nope.
Try Friday Tuck.
Oh God. I'm so excited for this because, like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Valiant hasn't done a whole big like zombie thing at all.
Nope, that's the reason I put this one on here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I am usually a person that's like, you know what? I'm kind of over zombies, but
Valiant zombies.
Valiant's never done zombies before.
This is their first toe into it.
So I'm actually really excited, especially with the new universe.
And I want to know how they're going to do Bloodshot as a zombie. Like, how? How does that happen? He's mostly
you get
tiny
a virus.
robots.
He gets a virus, he's going to get a virus. I mean,
okay, but it's got to be kind of like how Cyborg gets a virus then.
Hey,
hello, have you heard of a computer virus? Hello, come on.
Computer virus.
Well, how did the rest of them catch the computer?
You got to read the book.
I need the book already now. Like, we have to wait, what, 2 months?
A zombie bit his floppy drive.
I saw that in a movie once.
Oh, you sure it was in a movie and not a corn?
I think X was in the title somewhere.
Over here talking about corn, not movie.
This is definitely going to be on.
Yeah, Punk Mama does it.
Yes, hey Corey.
Who is
my God, Punk Mama looks so cool.
The other one is that Eternal Warrior supposed to be the hooded one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which again, how are they going to do that? How are they going to do that? How is this going to happen? Oh, place your bets now.
But be careful looking for this book because it says not final art, so it might not look anything like this.
Viral zombies are not zombies. Ooh, Kyle over here.
Okay.
Because if we think about it, well, you know, because when you
That was the other thing I was going to bring up before she popped the cover. Was that that's not the final art, but that's the cover we got right now.
Because Cyborg.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. When Cyborg was taken in and then he was downloaded the virus and then he got thrown back into society and everybody who looked at him turned into a zombie. So how did
So, for the next section, I'm actually going to have to be in the chair.
You have to be in the chair?
Yeah, because it's an article I got to share and go through.
Fine.
I
will go eat something, guys. I'll be back in a little bit.
Of course, she mentions food. I'm hungry now. By the way, if Karina comes back and watches this, absolutely meant no disrespect, by the way. Your art is awesome.
I really want Clutch City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Shrimp tacos.
So, like I said, y'all, these are only a few. I mean, there's a bunch, but this is not all the free comic book day comics that are on here. So, you know, get to your LCS wherever you get comics. Look up the list that they have because there's so much more. There's so much more. And if you go to your LCS, pick these up, I know that it's free. And I said it at the top, but if you could spend $5 going through the back issues or something, it would help them out a lot.
And
Or like
if
Miss
a local
Jen
artist,
here,
support them.
yeah, Miss Jen here does like a canned food drive. You bring in 5 or 6 cans, and you can grab all the comics you want. So, and they donate that to a food bank. So,
A lot of your online comic stores will let you pre-order these for $1 a piece too. They're not free because they got to ship them to you. But
yeah,
for $1, if there's a book you want that you don't think you'll be able to get because you don't think that your place will have it, you can pre-order them. Because I've had a bunch of free comic book days pre-ordered for weeks now.
Nice.
I don't mind paying $1.
it's a good tip, man. It's a good tip. And also come to Friday Night Live. On Friday, Nancy usually has free comic may look different. There were things finalized before the diamond stuff that had to be changed. There's an amount of chaos. So
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
No, it can't be any crazier than it was in, what was it, 2020, when they had like 4 different days you had to go because of the lockdown. You had to go like 4 Saturdays in a row or something. It was something weird like that, wasn't it? They didn't have a free comic book day. They had like 4 so that to avoid big crowds or something.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that remembers this? Or was I having a bad
Yeah,
dream?
I could have sworn I thought it was all one thing, but like Miss Jen did like no more than 4 to 6 people in the store, and you walked through the line, and then you came out, and I think then they would let people in, is what I thought they did.
Yeah.
Around here, it was like 4 days, and I can't remember if it was 4 straight Saturdays or every other Saturday or something. And they would only let you choose from like 5 books. So if you wanted them all, you had to come all 4 times. And that was because of the social distancing or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
The hullabaloo.
Yeah, I was still working at Kroger at the time, overnight in Frozen. So I was dealing with like 8 to 1,000-piece trucks almost every day because it was it's crazy how much frozen food people got bought on top of toilet paper and stuff like that for
Yeah.
for a lockdown.
Yep.
So my frozen food was blasted every single day. Like every truck I had, the shelves just swallowed all the product that I would throw up there.
I had a friend who
Hey, Eric, 9-panel grid. What's up, brother?
I had a friend who bought into the fear hype way too much over COVID and had like 150 cans of kippers in his cupboard to live off of because they're like sardines.
Yeah, I know Kipper.
Because they're cheap and they last forever. And I'm like, dude, it's not the zombie apocalypse. We're gonna be okay. But
Who would
he ended
still
up.
want to live off Kippers during a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, I know. If all you could eat is kippers, I don't think I'd want to live through it. It's all good. He ended up donating like 50 cans after COVID was over.
Right.
Do me a favor, since he's here. If I can spell the freaking thing out right. 9-panel grid. Mr. Eric there. Awesome. Another awesome YouTuber. Comic enthusiast. Make sure you check him out. Like, he, on his own channel, amazing, awesome things. Okay, but he also does a show with Dr. Doom's fan club, Stu. And that one's called Ink and Insights. Both those guys, part of the the Robbie, under the Robbie umbrella, but they definitely do their own things. So
Are you talking about Kane's younger brother, Stu?
yeah,
I actually mentioned that during one of Robbie's shows, and he liked it.
yeah.
He was like, "Hell yeah, I'll take it."
Yeah, same, Corey. Jay and I both worked. Jenna worked. We all were working for the most part. Yeah, I went to work every night because shipping industry. But that was not for a story for tonight. But that I can tell some stories about how weird it was to get crew off a ship for about 7 months in that year. So well, short story. We emptied off 2 Carnival vessels in Galveston, and basically had 6 guards ride with them from Galveston to Florida. So they put them on another ship to get them out of the country. And then they'd fly into New Orleans. They'd be the only like 6 people on the entire plane, and then we'd drive them back. So, yeah.
That sounds insane.
Yeah. It was the crazy.
Well, now that we've talked about free comic book days and COVID stuff, we get to the main topic tonight. I'm going to show off a couple of things before I get into this article, because some things I found that I thought were pretty interesting. Wings?
You want sweet and spicy wings?
Yes.
And fries?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back in a little while.
Okay. I'm getting some wings, and I don't care. Y'all see me eat these wings like a pig on this stream. First thing I want to talk about, I found this today, was Mattel has bought the license to make DC toys. I think that's starting in 2026. I can't remember the exact month, but should be interesting. You know, the reason I say that though is because they wanted to do marketing like the Barbie movie, but the guy who was doing that marketing got fired. And then the next thing, Mattel bought the license to do DC toys. I just thought that was kind of funny. But we'll see. I'm not a big, like, I know if you check out Jelani and Brooks at Go Figure Reviews, they do a lot of awesome reviews. I'm not particularly a toy person, like action figures, but I watch that channel too because I think they're great. I'm more of a regular figure and pop collector. But
If they can figure out how to do it and keep it more family friendly budget wise, because a lot of your action figures anymore, good lord, if they were that much back then, I'd have never got one. But if they can figure out how to do it and make them cool looking and keep them like 10, $15, that'd be awesome.
yeah, if toys were as expensive as they are today as they were in my day, I would have been playing with sticks and rocks and dirt, which I
Well,
played with that anyway.
I was playing with GoBots, so that wasn't much of an upgrade. But yeah, all of my handguns were sticks, and my grenades were, bite a rock and throw it.
Pine cones.
Oh yeah, pine cones too.
Pine
Yeah.
cone. That was your grenade.
You know the best thing in the world. You know what crabapple trees are, right?
Yes.
They make those little tiny green apples.
Mm-hmm.
We had a willow tree and a crabapple tree right beside each other, and you get one of those switches from the willow tree.
Oh.
You put an apple on the end of it, and you whip it around and go. Oh, buddy. It'll leave a welt for a few days. We used to have some great apple wars, but you smelled good after.
There you go.
Awesome. So before I get to this DC picture that I have, I just wanted to talk about real quick. Let me get back to one of my empty things here. So Daredevil, the series is coming out this coming week. It's dropping. Unfortunately, it's going 2 episodes, and then it's going to be weekly. I say that, but there are some people that they're good with the weekly setup. Myself, I'm just going to wait till it all drops anyway. So it doesn't really affect me either way. And I got so many other things I got to watch.
Yeah, he's going to wait till it all drops, and then in about 5 years he'll watch it.
Yeah, because I've got to catch up on all the other stuff I waited for.
Yeah.
So
9 panel, I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
I could not agree with you more. I am so glad, that when my girl was growing up, it was bad enough with She Likes Sailor Moon, and those were like 20 to 25. But good lord, a lot of them are like near $100 or over anymore.
Yeah.
And there's no way. Yeah. Those toys are priced for us people who are wanting them for our shelves, not for kids to go play out in the mud with.
Exactly. But so we got Daredevil Born Again coming out. Now here's a couple of things I didn't know. I didn't know that back in August they had already said you're getting a second season. So Daredevil Born Again is already going to have a second season coming out next year. before the first season even drops. They decided this back in August of last year. So I thought that was super interesting. The other interesting thing was when they restructured it, not only did they bring most of the original cast back, the actress who played Vanessa was actually recast in the previous version, and now she's recast as the original actress. So the original actress for Vanessa's coming back. So I thought that was super interesting because every person on that show, Daredevil was something special for Netflix, for Marvel. You know, if there was a time where Marvel movies kind of felt like they were going a little for you, Marvel Netflix, especially the Daredevil series, was just something to really get you excited. Like, I've always been a Daredevil fan, not a super fan. It's not somebody I actively read the comics for, but you know, I read some Daredevil and I liked the character. But the Marvel Netflix show made me love that character so much more than I did when I first, before I first watched it. Like when that thing first dropped, took me about a week. I sat down and was like, all right, I'm gonna watch the first episode, which is usually always my problem when it comes to really good TV. I'm just gonna watch the first episode. Yeah, I ended up watching the whole season that night. Fantastic show. Like if you've never watched Daredevil, the first season, they have it up on Disney Plus now. They got all the Netflix. Do they have all the Netflix Marvel stuff?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
Should
If you haven't watched the Daredevil show, you really should. There's a lot of people when I did my reaction video to the trailer. There's a lot of people that were worried that she
Electric
will she
is,
will be
oh yeah.
she will be in the show. I'm not 100% sure they cast her yet, but it's not. That's the actress that was changed though. Like that, I don't think it's going to be the same actress that played her on the Netflix series. Yes, Eric, I totally agree with you, boss. Like they wanted to make it more a lawyer show, I guess. And somebody came in and was like, you're having most of the same actors from the Netflix one come in. Do something similar to that. We already tried the lawyer thing with She-Hulk, and I'm guilty of saying I like She-Hulk. I liked it. I didn't love the last episode of it, but I liked She-Hulk. Like She-Hulk and Loki season 1, WandaVision, I've actually watched all of those. I've only watched like 1 or 2 episodes of Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Haven't watched Loki season 2. Haven't watched
I've only seen a couple episodes of Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Hawkeye was really good. The couple episodes we did watch,
Yep.
and we did watch all of Agatha All Along, which apparently that's a divisive show. I loved it. We loved it. We like show was better than it should have been, but yeah, the fact that they're kind of sticking closer to the Netflix tone, and there are people worried like, it's Disney. They're gonna soften it, and I'm thinking to myself, y'all, look at what's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah. They've flat said that this is actually might be more blood and violence than the Netflix series this season.
Yeah, I mean what was weird to me is there must have been like the actress who played Elektra on the Netflix series. There was a scheduling conflict because I mean we even got the same dude that played Bullseye coming back. So they all had day jobs. So you couldn't take out. Yeah, you don't have to take out the lawyer stuff, but making a Daredevil show where the majority of the show is him being a lawyer, like we got Law and Order if we want to watch stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm being honest, that's just me. I don't mind like, yeah, there's a scene where he's doing some lawyer stuff because I mean Matt Murdock's a lawyer. I get that, but I'm watching it for the superhero stuff.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be like saying taking the Daily Planet out of Superman?
Look,
I mean, you'd never get Lois or anything without the newspaper part of it.
I'm not saying take it out completely. I'm just saying it doesn't need to be the focal point. Like, I don't need a Daily Planet show.
Oh, you'd watch it. You know you would.
Oh, it doesn't matter if I'd watch it. I'm just saying I don't need it. There's a difference. There's a difference. If they made the show, hell yeah, I'm going to watch it. I mean, they tried to do something like that with Powerless, and I really enjoyed that show. And the show that we got wasn't the show that they were going to make at first. Like, I've seen the pilot for the original pilot for Powerless versus the show we got. To me, I could have watched either one, but there were huge differences between the two pilots of that show. But like, I don't mind seeing the lawyer stuff, but I don't want to see Matt Murdock, attorney at law, because if it's going to be that, just make that show.
Yeah.
Don't even call it Daredevil.
Yeah, Nelson and Murdoch, avocados at law.
Exactly.
So, are you saying the Murdoch or Matlock?
Murdoch.
I'm joking. Matlock was a lawyer show.
I know.
Okay.
See, if they did a Matt Murdock Matlock type show, maybe. But this one's gonna be pretty much like on par with the Netflix one. And I get it, Kyle. It's not for everybody.
Where's it going to play on?
It's going to be Disney Plus.
Oh, Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I agree with what Kyle was saying, because I think what they did really well with Daredevil is they used his day job to give him a reason to have the night job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, because he could use a lot of his client stuff to go out, and that's how he did a lot of the vigilante work. So they played off that really well, I think.
My favorite thing about it is it's not it's a reboot in terms of story. Like, it's only Daredevil Born Again in name only, but it's not a reboot like we have to get used to a new Daredevil. Charlie Cox, man, I have enjoyed that dude since Stardust, and his Daredevil, his Matt Murdock is so freaking good. Like, it's almost like Matt Ryan and Constantine to me. I don't think anybody else should play Constantine. I think it should just be Matt Ryan. That we're not going to get Matt Ryan. I think they're pretty much done with Matt Ryan as Constantine, but Charlie Cox's Daredevil is perfect casting to me.
Is it the same? Is it the same Daredevil that was in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie?
Yep. In fact, that's how I first learned he was coming back as Daredevil.
Yep.
I was like, you guys got Charlie Cox to come back as Daredevil? That's brilliant, because that's like built-in viewership right there.
Poor Charlie, though. He got so good at Daredevil, it actually cost him some roles because of a lot of the stuff that he has to do to act blind.
Yeah.
And he's admitted that some of it has probably cost him roles. But yeah, Charlie is, oh man, he's the Daredevil.
Yeah.
But I can also say that about Bernthal being Punisher.
True.
I mean, that's another absolutely perfect cast.
And see, I thought we were getting a show. We're actually getting a special. It's going to be one of those Marvel special presentations with Daredevil or with Punisher.
Yeah.
I thought we were getting a show, but look, he's going to be in Daredevil and he's getting his own like special. I'll take that as long as we can keep John Bernthal as Punisher.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take that all day long. Hey, Kyle, I get you, man. I understand that. But I'm just letting you know that's what's been said, that it's pretty much in name only. Now, they could be pulling old Marvel switcheroo on us and just telling us that. It's still pulling stuff from that story. We never know. We won't know until it comes out.
I wouldn't know anyways because I haven't read it.
Punisher Ghost Rider for a Halloween special. How fun would that be?
Dude, you got to stop giving ideas like that man, Marvel's watching me, and no, but no, seriously, that's a great idea. I've been down on that. They need to lean into their horror stuff a little bit more, and I really,
Oh, what's up, Jerry?
yeah, that is Jerry. What's up, man? Jerry, another fantastic writer. Good to see you, boss. Same day I'm gonna fight Kevin Feige. Oh, don't fight Kevin Feige. God. No, but I would love for them to do a
Oh,
take
later,
care,
Triple
Triple
B.
B.
Later, Triple B. Have a good one, bro.
That's a good reason though.
Yes.
Um,
You run. You don't walk. You run.
He's leaving out the story about vacuuming the carpet.
but if they did like a Howling Commandos, like the monster version of Howling Commandos, um,
Yeah.
I'd love for that. Like, not everything needs a whole TV show, a whole series for it. Oh, okay. Like I said, I haven't read a ton of Daredevil stuff to know if I'm being completely honest. Like, I've read some Daredevil, but not enough to know what they're using. But that is good to know. Anyway, that's the Daredevil was the one thing I just wanted to talk about. Switching back to DC, there's a picture that got released, and much like the Zack Snyder James Gunn picture, I don't get what like the deal is with this. If we're talking about it's a picture of two dudes walking down the street, I get this is our Hal Jordan and our John Stewart. Um, this picture doesn't like evoke any feeling of this looks lame or this looks awesome. It's just two dudes walking down the street. And Midnight Suns, yeah, both of those. I would love to have those. If it feels like you're getting skipped over, folks, sometimes there's a lag between the chat and what I'm seeing here. So I promise I'm not ignoring you.
Not sometimes. There's a good lag.
Well, no, there's sometimes we get on here and it's like
Instant.
instant, and then other times it's like, nope, we're going to take 20 minutes to post something.
Oh, it's because I'm here.
The dude in the blue jeans looks very familiar to me, but I can't place him.
His name is Kyle Chandler, and we got to talking about this on Friday Night Live for a second. They were calling him Coach something from a show called Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
Oh, yep, that's it. Yep.
Yeah. See,
Yep.
they were saying that, and I was like, early edition? Does nobody remember that show?
Yeah. Like he's been in everything.
Early edition.
Most genres over the like. Kyle is one of those dudes where a lot of what he's done has been great, and it's covered a lot of ground. So when they announced him, I was happy. Like, yes, we got an older Hal Jordan, so it's kind of like, eh. But at the same time, Kyle is a guy that will be a good older Hal Jordan for what they want to use.
So Early Edition was a show where this guy gets a newspaper from the future, and he uses that to like help people out and stuff like that. It was a good show.
I've never heard of it. I'll have to check it out.
It's a good show. That was my first introduction to him. But he just
So was it like a quantum leap kind of thing where he used the newspaper to go back in time and right wrong or something?
No. He just got the newspaper from like the next day.
Oh, okay.
So like if he saw there was an accident somewhere or something like that or a robbery, he would try to stop it. And I can't remember how. Yeah, Kyle has been in everything. He has like, and to be 100% honest, if I had to imagine an older Hal Jordan that's seen some stuff, maybe Eric, maybe. This is how I picture him: an older, grizzled. What's up?
Oh wow. Okay, I'm back.
Oh
I
yeah, you did Fritz for a second.
yeah, yeah. I know. I flinched and I lost y'all for about 10 seconds.
Oh, but this is how I would picture him: older, grizzled, been out in space for a long time. Now there's a theory slash rumor going on. A lot of people thought, oh well, what if Guy dies in the Superman movie, and this is them coming to Earth to figure out what happened. The theory right now is, what if it's Alan Scott? Somebody kills Alan Scott, the first Green Lantern, and that's why they're on Earth. So,
Or at least Hal, because in here it doesn't look like John has a ring. But then again, of course, you can't see his other hand.
yeah, like I said, that's a theory rumor. This, for whatever reason, these two guys are together.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is part of the lived-in part of the universe where John is already a Green Lantern, or is this show him becoming the next Green Lantern? Like, that's
we
the
will.
question.
We will find out.
They, yep.
I don't
Well,
know, but if I waited this long to get Guy and they kill him off in the first movie he's in, you're gonna hear me whine about it for 3 months. I love Guy Gardner.
yeah, Jerry. That's the most interesting part of it. Is it supposed to be? Now, I'm hoping. I don't mind if part of the show is just on Earth the whole time, but I'd like at least one episode, just one, even if it's the last episode where they go to space. Because the one thing that DC has been lacking for a long time is that intergalactic, that cosmic part of their universe. And the closest we got was Martian Manhunter in the Snyder cut,
Yeah,
you know. And yeah, they went into space in the first, space was a big part of Man of Steel, but what I mean is, like, the characters, like the Lantern Corps. I'm If they end up on Earth the whole time, I'm probably still gonna like it, but I don't know. It'd be a weird choice to me if they just left them on Earth the entire time. But we'll see. But here's a closer shot, and people were freaking out about the ring too, and I was like, the ring looks fine.
yeah. They got to figure out about everything though.
Yeah, like, if anything, I think people are overselling this, because to me it doesn't evoke any emotion from me. I am super interested to see my boy from Banshee as Sinestro. That's who I am really excited to see. If y'all haven't watched Banshee, it's on Max. It was the not the first thing I had seen Anthony star in, because the first thing for that was actually Xena. But if y'all haven't watched Banshee, man, give it a shot. Like, that show is wild, and I think Ulrich Thompson, who played Kai Proctor in that show, is going to be a fantastic Sinestro. You know, yeah, it is a bold move, but yeah, Ulrich Thompson he was terrifying as Kai Proctor. I think my choice was going to be Luke Evans. If we weren't going to get Mark Strong back, I thought Luke Evans would have been great, but I can kind of see why they would go with someone like Ulrich, because he's obviously already going to be Yellow Lantern because of the age of Hal. I'm hoping we're kind of sticking. I hadn't seen Hitman, Jerry. I know I should, because I've seen clips of it, but I hadn't seen that. The only thing I have to base his acting off is Banshee, but I do need to add that to my list. But yeah, this is the picture's fine. Like,
I don't even understand what emotion you could get from this picture. It's literally just two guys walking down the road.
Yeah, I know. I think there's just
This might have nothing to do with the show, and they might have just been like, "Hey, jump out for a picture and see what kind of crap we can stir up online."
yeah.
That would be a very James Gunn thing to do.
Yes, it would.
It would
Shove it
be.
right down your throat.
Yep.
Like
This had
there's-
absolutely nothing to do with it. We just wanted to show you.
yeah,
It literally, this whole thing could literally just be the tease in the ring.
yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me a bit.
But I'm excited for it. Like I'm super excited for it, and get into the. Let me find my little thingy here. Do. Where's my?
Jay, sometimes you make it too easy.
Oh, I did that on purpose. I was waiting for it, man. I said little thingy on purpose.
I'm going to keep a zipper nearby so I can make the noise when next time you say stuff like that.
Ooh,
Ooh, baby.
should.
Which is funny because last Wednesday show with you and Kyle, because you didn't go. If you took all of your sound bits, you could make a adult movie out of it because everything you did was oh ooh it was great. I was dying. I was like, poor Jay.
That's true. I can't look. The stuff
It was
that
great.
the stuff that he was showing off, I was just like I was in awe of. Like the pictures, the new Supergirl shield and everything from the comic. Loved it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Lethal Weapon. Yeah, I get a little bit of Lethal Weapon vibes. A little bit, just that buddy cop. All right,
You know, I
so-
watched Lethal Weapon. Totally, this is off track, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it anyway,
go
just
ahead.
because I can.
Go ahead.
I watched Lethal Weapon. I watch it every year for Christmas because it's one of my Christmas movies that I call a Christmas movie just to annoy my wife with. And they're sitting there in the first Lethal Weapon movie, which I've loved forever, but I haven't watched in the first years or in a few years. He comes on, he's like, 50. I'm turning 50. And I'm sitting here thinking, he's younger than me now. I don't want to watch this movie ever again. So I can't deal with that. Because I can remember watching it as a kid with him talking about turning 50. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, this isn't right.
It's like watching some of these old family shows, and the dad in there is like 35.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, what?
Good night, Corey.
Take
Later,
care, Corey. Thanks for stopping by, man. He did try to get me to talk, but the thing is, I'm a listener. Like I have nothing to. If you're not talking about Superman, I don't have too much to say about your stuff you were showing off. Like I put in my little bit of comments about the little bit of stuff that I knew.
You did. I'm just having some fun with you because literally most of what you said was, ooh,
Oh, I
oh,
know.
and I'm like, what is
Well,
he doing over there?
I'm talking to Kyle because he said he tried to get me to talk. I said, yeah, but you had so much information you were talking about. Lethal Weapon is, I think it's a Christmas movie.
Absolutely. The guy's selling Christmas trees for crying out loud. They're
Yep.
playing Jingle Bell Rock at the opening credits when the chick jumps off the building. It's a Christmas
There's
movie.
a director's cut of Lethal Weapon.
The very first one, yes, there is. And
Oh.
one of the scenes that got cut out of it is the first time that you meet Riggs is not the first time you met him in the theater. He actually gets called to a shooter who has taken over an elementary school and is shooting children, and they've got children being shot on the ground and stuff, and that's probably why it got cut out.
Oh.
But it's an excellent scene, and it introduces you much better to Riggs than the original. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. If nothing, just that one scene. It's a great scene. They should have never cut it out.
I'm definitely going to look that up. So, excuse me. Hoss, I'm going to need you to kind of watch the chat while I do this because I only have one screen. And the thing I'm going to share next, I got to share the screen so we could talk about it. We're not going to go through every little bitty thing, but I got to give full credit to, let me get my thing set up here.
Zip.
Yep. To Nerds of Color. They're the ones who did put this article out. There was a press conference or something with DC. I can't remember exactly what it was. But there was an interview with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and this is a very detailed note thing here. Okay, it's like the the reason that I found this, and I got to give this person props too, is I watch a guy that has a channel called Slavs Free Talk, and he has a show on Thursdays called The Watchtower. It's an all DC talk show, and he actually used this article. And I told him, I said, "Hey, man, I'm not trying to bite your style or anything like that. You do tremendous work. I love watching you." So, but this article feels like the best article to use. Oh, that'd be nice to talk about DC news. So check out Slav's Free Talk.
He'll never use it, Kyle. We've tried to talk him into it for years.
No, you wanted to get me a curve screen. I don't want a curve screen.
No, I want you to have multiple screens,
Right. I also have to have a desk big enough to handle both
preferably
screens.
3.
I don't need all that.
Yeah, you do.
Have you ever seen the Die Hard with Kevin Smith? That's the setup you need. All those screens.
Jeez.
Your
No thanks.
own server, everything.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
I love that one. That's one of my favorite ones, being a techie geek guy.
So, like I said, we're not going to go through the entire article piece by piece, but there's some interesting stuff in here. So they were asked about Clayface, Dynamic Duo, Lantern, Supergirl, Peacemaker Season 2, and Superman and some other stuff. And they were also asked, the Gods and Monsters slate was announced in 2023. What projects were like still active and which ones were on the back burner? And they talked about Paradise Lost, which is supposed to be kind of like Game of Thrones on Themyscira before Diana Prince, before Wonder Woman.
Granted, Kyle, I can't say much because my computer screen at home is a 50-inch TV. So, but that'll change soon.
But they're still working on the scripts for this show. Then they talked about Booster Gold was going pretty strong. That the Waller show had a couple setbacks. I'm going to be honest, as much as I love Viola Davis, I'm not sure why they're doing a Waller show. To be honest, they might as well just do a Belle Reeve show.
It feels like they're going to try to use Waller as a way to connect the universe a little bit together. That's what it feels like, at least.
See, and I thought the same thing too until Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Sr. started, like, they were talking about him being the connective tissue between, because they're like, how he is in Creature Commandos, he's more of a antagonist in the Superman movie. And he's going to be the person that, now, again, though, that doesn't mean anything.
Okay. That makes sense.
But so the Authority has been running into some issues. So I think the Authority is also going to be put on the back burner for a little while. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. They're not saying it's been canceled. They're not saying anything other than the fact that they've run into some issues with it. Now, the Authority was something that when they announced it, I picked up book 1, started reading it. I like it. I like it. It does have like a toned down feel of The Boys, but they also feel a bit more heroic. They actually feel like heroes. Like they're Billy Butcher / Batman of the group. Yeah, he'll beat the hell out of somebody, but doesn't feel like he'll go as far. So if you haven't read The Authority, check it out. I'm actually excited if that thing ever gets made. Then they talked about Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing's another one I've actually been super excited for. James Mangold. His Logan to me was the perfect Wolverine movie. to me, when I watched Logan, I was like, except for him being as old as he is, this is the Logan I wish we had. This is the Wolverine I wish we had in all the Fox movies. I get those were PG-13, but his Logan is fantastic. And there was a lot of trepidation when they were talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. But the Wolverine we got in that movie was not the same Wolverine that died at the end of Logan. So there was a lot of people who were upset that this kind of tarnishes that. Well, not really, because it's a multiverse, so it wasn't that Wolverine. So it's not like that Wolverine came back to life. This was a different Wolverine.
Yeah.
But Swamp Thing was going to be not fast tracked, but they were in talks about it. But he had another movie to go do, so it's going to be a little while before we get that. And my main hope for that is they go the route of the show that I have to talk about at least once a show, and that was the 2019 Swamp Thing show. I watched that thing on Tubi. I love that show. I think out of all the DC Universe app shows they made, that was the best one they did. I was super upset that it only got the one season and leaves off on a cliffhanger, but I still watched it like 10 times. I'm kind of hoping they keep that horror vibe, the body horror, the kind of, if you've ever watched The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, that show has that vibe in some elements of it. So I'm hoping it kind of goes that way. But
and I
again,
hope they use practical effects.
yes, if there's one thing I can say for that show, yeah, there was some CGI. There was. But Derek Mears in that Swamp Thing suit that was practical with maybe a touch of CGI, maybe a touch. That made the show for me. That was the best looking Swamp Thing I'd ever seen.
Yep, I agree with you.
So I was so bummed that first season was all we got. But like I said, I've watched it so many times, knowing how it ends. I still watch it.
I've only got to the 4th episode. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, that's crazy, huh?
After the 4th episode, it disappeared off my Tubi. So I don't know if you have to have a higher account now or what. But
Later, Kyle. Kyle got to tap out,
Oh, okay.
See you,
Take
Kyle.
care, man.
and I will be right back.
please
Okay.
pause for station identification. Da, 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 da,
Oh
da.
man, Robbie's gonna sue us.
I didn't even think about that.
He did come back just in parts. Okay. Yeah. Nope. You're accurate with that, man. That's too accurate. He did come back. He was just in parts. So there's Clayface, which to me was incredibly interesting for them to look. I'm a sort of Sony villainverse apologist. I really liked the first Venom movie. I haven't seen Last Dance yet, but I really liked the first Venom movie. Wasn't wild about Morbius. Haven't seen Madam Web. Still want to see Craven. And that's sad. That's so sad to me. So now I'm going to have to find it somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Nope. And it's funny because I was literally watching it, and then one day it was gone. And I told Jay, I'm like, you jerk. You got me addicted to the show, and it's only the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
And what's funny is the day before you started watching it, I had just finished it.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess
just
you're lucky you finished it when you did.
Now, I don't know why that show is not on Max yet. Because Titans is on Max, Doom Patrol is on Max. I have no idea why that is the one that's not on Max. But somebody's got to release that somewhere because the best one they have, and it's nowhere to be found now.
I don't understand why shows like Swamp Thing only get 1 season and shows like Superman and Lois only get 4 seasons, but the Kardashians have been on for 25 years. I don't understand that at all. Don't even get me started.
People love garbage.
Yeah, apparently.
Like, unfortunately, and the really sad thing about Superman and Lois is, and they've outright said it,
Was the movie.
was the movie.
See, that makes me hate the movie a little already, but I'm not going to go into the show with that attitude.
Yeah.
The Superman and Lois show, for what it is perfection.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish we could have more.
Yep.
And I got to have a little bit more because of my obsession. I went and watched Supergirl to see the Superman parts, and it was fun. I mean, it was weird seeing him so young and clean shaven and with that weird like vinyl cape or whatever he had on in that show. But it was still fun to get more Superman and Lois.
But that was his multiverse part. That still wasn't him.
Well, don't start with me.
That I'm telling you, the boys were just born in that show.
I get it. I know. But I'm talking about Tyler. You
I
know,
know.
he's my latest man crush, other than Reacher. Just let it go.
I know. I'm
Speaking
never
of Reacher, season 3, Sean, no spoilers. Did you like it so far?
I don't think he's.
There we go.
He's not hooked up yet.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And they got me because of that freaking cliffhanger right at the end of the first episode. I was like, all right, I'm going to watch one episode. Now I'm going to bed. Yep. Then that cliffhanger happened, and I'm like, well, let's just finish. And then the other two.
And I hate where they left off week 4 because we still got to wait 5 more days to find out what the heck happened.
Don't know yet because I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. Well, there's another cliffhanger coming. Wait closer till the next one to save yourself some stress.
Yeah, no, I gotta watch. Yeah, because I gotta watch it in my episode of SWAT.
And yes, Jerry, I'm incredibly excited for the new Superman movie. I really am. I'm just sad that for some reason someone felt that a TV Superman would take away from it. I don't think it would have.
No, I agree.
And they were only doing 7 seasons.
You know,
they said that.
The problem was too is that they were afraid. I guarantee that there was a fear because Tyler was so freaking good that if people didn't like David and that they were like, you should have just used Tyler, I guarantee that was some of the fear.
So you think the backlash from the Flash thing had something to do with it? Because everybody loved the Barry Allen on TV but hated the movie guy?
No, because people have been hating the movie guy for a while and they still did a second movie.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But
yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, Tyler was amazing as Superman. And, you know, I've never been a really big Superman fan other than George Reeves. And I loved Superman and Lois. Tyler just knocked it out of the park. He's the best Clark Kent I've ever seen. And we already know, my wife will testify, that it's the best Lex Luthor there's ever been.
Yeah.
But,
I am cautiously optimistic on the Gunverse, Jerry, and it's not because I love James Gunn as a director, don't get me wrong. There's just, I also don't want to overhype myself because I kind of did that with Creature Commandos and ended up, I can go back and watch Suicide Squad and Peacemaker season 1 over again. I don't feel the need to watch Creature Commandos again. And I don't want to get myself in a position where I'm overly excited and then I'm just kind of let down. And Smallville, yes sir. Smallville was amazing. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched Superman and Lois, my man, as a lifelong Superman fan, Tyler has become my favorite Clark Kent Superman interpretation I've ever seen. Like, and it's not just because he's new. It's just his Clark is just as good as his Superman. And the Clark part is what Henry Cavill was missing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Henry Cavill. Like, I can't wait to watch anything else that man's in. But his Clark needed work, and they never got there. Like he loves Superman, but he doesn't get to decide where directors and writers take the character. Unfortunately, he had to work with what he was given.
Yeah.
Given, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that like, he's the worst Superman ever. I don't have a worse Superman. I'm such a Superman mark. I like them all. So I'm cautiously optimistic about Gunn stuff, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm definitely not a hater. I loved Suicide Squad. I loved I loved 2 out of 3 of the Guardians movies. I like one of them. The second one is kind of the blah one for me, but 1 and 3 are tremendous.
I didn't have one negative thing to say about Gunn until Creature Commandos. What he did to Frankenstein's monster, incorrigible. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I hated that. And I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he went there. Maybe that's how the comics were. I don't know. Like I said, I never read them. But I hated that with a passion, and I didn't even finish watching the rest of them because of how they treated Frankenstein's monster, and that didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to be the one, because even me, I was like, okay, I don't know this character that well, but I don't know. There's just something off about him.
You got that right.
Yeah,
If you think about it, did you watch the whole thing? I did not.
Yeah, I did.
But up to when I quit watching it, he didn't even need to be in the story.
No.
Nothing. He was just kind of there to be there.
Yeah.
And when he was there, he wasn't the way I wanted to see him there, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But I had hyped it up a little bit but I'm always cautious because I've always said I love Universal Monsters, but I don't like it when people do goofy things with them and having them trying to be like a Nick Fury squad or whatever. So I had my doubts, but I was giving it a chance, and I was digging it until they brought out Frankenstein's monster, and I was like, what in the world are you doing?
Yeah.
That's when I filed divorce papers from Gunn. we're going to be in court soon, so.
So the next thing they talk about, getting back to the interview here, was Clayface. Clayface is it's totally in the DCU. It's not going to be an Elseworld story. It's in the DCU stuff. The only thing right now that is Elseworlds is Matt Reeves. I can't remember what they're called, like the Batman Crime Saga, something like that. It's going to be the Batman trilogy. This says trilogy. We're not getting the second movie till 2027. Hopefully, that doesn't mean that the third movie won't come out till 2031 or something.
I actually heard something about that. I can't confirm it, but I heard that the reason that it's been postponed so long wasn't just the writer's strike, is that they're filming the second and third movie at the same time. And they wanted to have enough of it done, so I don't think we're going to have a long wait for the third one.
But see, the thing is, if they were doing something like that, letting the folks that are like hardcore Batman fans, like the Batman fans that love that movie, just letting them know, hey, the reason this is taking so much longer is because we're filming them kind of back to back, so the third movie will release soon after the second one. Just give them something other than it's been postponed because Matt hasn't turned in any script. Like, that's what's being said.
And the last thing I saw was Pattinson said he's read the script. It's awesome.
Yeah. I've heard that.
What I find interesting about Clayface is that apparently it's going to be a horror type thing. It's like, all right, that's totally cool. And that fits with that character. I think if they do it right, that could really work.
It does. And Mike Flanagan is writing it. He's not going to be directing it, but Mike Flanagan is a very good horror writer.
Have they announced which Clay they're going to go with?
No, they
Because
haven't.
I'm kind of hoping they go with Lady Clay or whatever she was called.
That'd be something. That'd be something different.
Yeah, especially if they took a horror angle to it, I think they'd have something there.
Yeah. But so we got the Batman trilogy, the Penguin series.
I
So
still
it's
haven't watched that.
still under DC Studios, but it's going to be under the Elseworld banner.
Yeah, the Matt Reeves universe.
Did you say you haven't seen the Batman, Sean?
No, I've seen the Batman. I haven't watched the Penguin.
Oh, the Penguin. Oh, it's really good. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, we all went to the theater to watch Batman, and it was. I remember it because it was hard to see at first because when we went, the lights stayed on.
Yeah.
And when he's doing the entrance scene, walking out of the alley, like Jay and I had a hard time seeing it. Jenna could not. Period. So it was one of those when we went back and watched it again, when we could see, it was a little easier. But even then, that scene's really hard to see.
I had been making so much fun of Pattinson as being chose to be Batman. I mean, for like 2 years, I was relentless, just making fun of Sparkle's Batman. And I was sick with COVID or whatever, and I didn't have anything to do, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stream this and see how terrible it is. And the moment he goes, I'm vengeance. Oh my God, the hair on my arm stood up, and I'm like, this movie's gonna kick ass. When he called himself Vengeance, and oh, I was not disappointed. I love the Batman,
It was, yeah, the whole movie was. But again,
and I love the muscle car too. The Batman.
oh yeah,
Oh,
but Colin Farrell's Penguin.
I'd have never known that was Colin Farrell.
It was ridiculous. The funny thing is, Jay will tell you, I was actually very much against forget the actor's name, but the guy that played Falcone.
John Turturro?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, no. And then I don't remember what it was, had a conversation with Jay one night, and he explained more of what Falcone was actually like in the comics. And then I was like, oh, okay, so what he did made way more sense to me.
Wasn't he the same guy that was hunting down the Transformers?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
He was also the butler in Mr. Deeds.
And then Mark Strong is actually playing. Wasn't Mark Strong playing his character? Mark Strong in well, I mean, you might not know, Sean, because it's Penguin.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't know people's names, so
let's see. Hold on.
I remember Mark Strong was in the show though.
And I'm trying to remember if he actually took, which was weird because if he took over the role, I thought he died at the end of the Batman. Well, those are all. Oh, it says Carmine Falcone. Mark Strong is just an actor who can play anybody anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I found an article where there's like an interview as to why they replaced John Turturro.
Because for me, I thought he was dead. I guess I need to watch the Penguin to figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, you do, and I don't want to spoil it for you.
Because I was pretty sure that this show took place like a couple days after the events of the Batman.
It starts like right at the end, yes.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean it stays there.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
But I'm not going to say anything to ruin it because it's one of those shows that you're going to want to binge.
Mm-hmm.
But if you binge it, you're going to want to binge it a couple of times because if you binge it, you're going to miss some stuff. Because there's some subtleties in there that you go, oh yeah, that you're going to want to kind of let digest.
Okay, so Turturro didn't want to do it because of the violence against women, and it was Mark. Okay, yeah, it's Mark Strong.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so then they get talking about the Batman and how there's been so many rumors, and I am not one that has believed them at all. That the reason the Batman's taken so long is because Gunn wants to integrate Pattinson's Batman into the DCU.
That better
And
not happen.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to get his trilogy, and the DCU's getting another Batman.
Yeah.
Now, there's a part here where I watch many different YouTubers, and they definitely you have ones that totally hate Gunn, hate where the DCU's going. You got ones that they hated the Snyderverse, and they love everything Gunn's doing.
How can
Everything
they hate where the DCU's going when it hasn't started yet? That makes me laugh every freaking time somebody
I
says
know,
that.
but you know what? It's kind of gonna sound like a whataboutism or something. But people were the same way before Superman of Steel came out. They're like, "Oh, Zack Snyder's directing this; it's gonna be garbage." So now it's just flipped. The people who love Gunn, this is going to be the most perfect movie ever. And then you got people in between that are like, it could be good, it could be bad. We won't know till we watch it, which is usually where I stand, except for, again, I'm a Superman mark. I think this movie's going to be incredible, but again, I won't
Alan,
know until the credits roll.
For
Alan,
me,
Alan
though,
Richardson's going to be Batman.
when it comes to excitement, nothing has put the hair up on my arms more than the Superman trailers have.
Yep.
In the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 years in terms of comic book movies. Like, I still watch that trailer, and just the hair on my arm will go. Just the moment that you hear that, it really it's the guitar.
Yep.
Mhm.
But for
Yep.
me, and I didn't get a chance to really talk about this, so let me dive back to it because Jay knows. The other thing that really got it for me was him rushing and covering the girl.
Yep.
I don't know why, but when that happened, that for me was actually a moment that brought me in.
And it's hilarious because the people who want to be mad for no reason were mad at that because they said that if Superman did that to a girl, he'd break her neck. And it's like, really, guys?
Yep.
They don't understand the aura thing. Jay's
Well-
had to explain it to me all the time.
The same thing that I tell people is like, y'all, Superman is in such control of his body. There's no way he would have hurt.
Mm.
He would have hurt her. There's no way. That's like the whole thing about Lois falling and him flying up to catch people. Oh well, if he really did that, science and physics would say he would cut them in half. Like, yo, that's not how. It's not how it works.
I got some news for you people. Science and physics will tell you that a man can't put on his pajamas and go fly either.
That's true.
So if you can accept that, just watch the damn movie and enjoy it. And quit
Exactly.
complaining about it.
All I could sad part, Nope's like Richmond looks like it. And all I can think of now is that video of the absolute Batman. Well, hello, Batman. Holy, who the hell are you?
In my humble opinion, Richardson looks exactly like Capullo's Batman. Every one of Capullo's art, I mean, he looks just like Richardson, in my opinion. And it was just begging for him to play. And did you get that picture that I sent you where Cavill and Richardson?
Yeah.
That was
the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is the
I
movie.
need to watch that movie so bad. I forget what streaming service is on.
See, and for general audiences, I get that, but they're going to do multiverse. I know I said I've been tired of multiverse, but the DC is going to do multiverse. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
They're already doing it if they're having an Elseworlds. So they're gonna have to figure it out, and that sucks to say it that way. It's so matter of factly, but
Yeah,
if you were worried about having two different things, then you shouldn't have done Elseworlds at all.
Yeah, because if CW can have 3 different Supermen live action on screen, then you can have 2 different Batmans, and it makes sense.
And I think the DCU needs its own Batman. I think.
I agree.
Hey, Big Me McFly, the comic guy. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. It's Pattinson's world that they're building needs to stay where it's at. Gunn can do his universe. We know is going to be the big fantastical thing, which is what it needs to be. Let that Batman be that and Richardson would be the perfect choice for that. Let Pattinson be that year 1, year 2 Batman that you get to see kind of grow. You know,
and I love that. I love that. That's part of why even though Robbie will make fun of me until I die now, that's part of why Star Trek Enterprise is my favorite Star Trek. Is because it's like a year 1. They don't know anything. There's no prime directive yet. They're on the cuff. And that's how I felt with Pattinson's Batman. Plus, he was doing real detective work.
yeah.
He had to solve the riddles. He found the thumb drive. He
Well,
knew what to do. All that stuff. I love that stuff.
He had the eye thing with the camera recordings and stuff like that.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So you and I will have to talk Star Trek one night, dude, for sure, because I'm a big Star Trek guy. Because there are races from Enterprise, and I'm just like, well, where the heck did you people go? Like the Andorians. Where are you guys now? Nobody talks about it.
And the Zindi, which is what season 3 was all about, you never heard of after.
Yeah.
Unless they put it in them other ones. I haven't watched any of the other ones.
I'll at least give Strange New Worlds credit for reinventing the Gorn and actually making them something scary and relevant. So, all right, we'll have that discussion another day, though. DC talk.
So, and I don't know how to say his name, Jerry. I'm sorry. Sklenar, the guy from 1923, he's actually a rumored candidate. I really wanted for years now, and it's been years. I wanted Scott Adkins for Batman. That had been my pick for a long time.
Who?
Still could use him if you wanted that older bit
Scott
as well.
Adkins. He does a lot of like B movies.
Have you ever watched The Expendables, Ed?
Nope.
You ever watched
Undisputed?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Hold on. Pull Scott. You ever...
Can't you just Google him on your screen you got open right there? Or new tab or something?
Let's see.
I guess, Ed.
If it's too much trouble, I can have Jenna come do it.
He was in Ip Man 4. The Ninja movie in 2009, and then the sequel to that.
I don't know him at all.
Is it show? Okay, it's showing up on the screen.
Okay,
yeah, I don't know him at all. So,
dude is an amazing martial artist.
Here's him in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, why is he with Doctor Strange? Was he in that movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
What was he?
He was one of the bad guys, like henchmen.
Oh, okay.
And then there's him in Undisputed, which Undisputed, real quick to tangent, since we're already tangenting. Undisputed started off as a boxing movie. It was a Wesley Snipes, Ving Rhames movie where they're both in prison, and they end up like Ving Rhames is like a champ that gets sent to prison, and Wesley Snipes is like an ex-boxer or something that's been there for a while, and they have the two of them fight, and he ends up beating Ving Rhames. Spoiler alert. And Ving Rhames gets released, and he's still the champ, and they never talk about it, blah, blah, blah. Then the next movies turn into all like MMA movies because it's Michael Jai White and Scott Adkins. And then Michael Jai White leaves the series, and then it becomes Scott Adkins series.
Yeah, it's just Boyka the whole time.
Yeah.
The Ving Rhames, that sounds awesome.
Oh, the movie's fantastic.
What's it called again?
It's called Undisputed.
Undisputed.
Yep.
Okay. That sounds like a great movie.
Yeah.
And they didn't do a sequel where Snipes gets out and says I beat him in prison or whatever?
No, the sequel is Michael Jai White is a famous martial or MMA fighter that gets they there's like this underground Russian ring of like MMA no holds barred fights in these prisons that all the prison like wardens get together and pit their fighters against each other or something, and he gets framed so he can go to their prison. Like it's a really good movie. Like it's still a good movie, but to me the first one, just the boxing,
Yeah.
I thought was fantastic. Like Wesley Snipes, Ving Rhames, yeah, fantastic movies.
Full
I've
Hydra.
never seen a Wesley Snipes movie that let me down.
Yeah,
I love Wesley Snipes. And when he said that in Deadpool, there's only ever going to be one blade, I was like, yes, I love that. That was
yeah. He
great.
probably didn't. He probably didn't realize how accurate he really was. Because then they
No, but
canceled that movie.
you know dang well it felt good for him to say that.
Oh yeah,
And I loved it because I think his Blade movies are so underappreciated. And everybody makes fun of Blade 3. Screw that. I like all three of them.
3 is definitely the weakest one, though.
Well, sure, but
Sure.
it's better than nothing. I'll take it.
Oh yeah, yeah. But like it,
I
you know,
grew up watching 1977 Spider-Man with a big aluminum wristband shooting netting out of his palm. I'm not hard to please,
later, Jerry. Have a good one, brother.
especially when you had those cool ass vampires. Those
Take
things were
care.
cool.
Ooh. So the reason I brought up the Batman and that not happening is people are like, Gunn's lying. He's gonna end up there. And somebody brought it up. Well, he says right here, you know, when asked about Pattinson's Batman, he was like, it's not part of the plan, right? Now there are some people who are like, see, definitively, he's saying right there, Pattinson's not going to be the Batman. But unfortunately, he said it's certainly not the plan. But earlier he talks about how plans change. That's why we're not getting the authority in some of those movies as soon as we were supposed to.
Hey,
The
I'm gonna steal a wing.
Okay.
the thing is though is the Batman and the Penguin are based on reality. There's no super powered beings. And that's what makes it, to me, that's what makes it click better for me. Because it's when you start adding the other stuff is when it can start falling apart. And I think they need to keep it separate. Keep the Batman as a detective comic Batman. And then if you want to do your super powered superhero, super friends type thing, Alan Richardson. I'm telling you, Alan Richardson.
But you
But
see, though, the thing about that is, though, there's already been teases and talks for them to do Mr. Freeze in the next one. Now,
I
they
don't know how I feel about that.
well, and they said the same thing for Arrow when Arrow first came out. Arrow wasn't going to have anybody with superpowers. That was like the plan. That it was just going to be Green Arrow.
And then
Then they decided to do a backdoor pilot for the Flash. So before Flash showed up, they had people taking things that were like similar to Venom. They had Solomon Grundy, or as they called him, Cyrus Gold, there. Then they started getting into that because apparently, in their minds, superpowers is what's going to sell.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily the case. Look at the Bale trilogy. There were no superpowers in that, unless I'm forgetting something. The Christian
Well,
Bale Batman trilogy, there wasn't any superpowers in that I remember.
you're absolutely right. But there are
And
people that still complain about
people
that
went
movie
crazy
too.
for it. My only complaint about that is his stupid ass Batman voice. If he didn't do that Batman voice, I would love those movies.
what are you talking about?
You know
And
what's
what really annoys me is when he does the voice with people who knows who he is. Because when he's in the basement, I'm terrible with names, but when he's in the basement with Morgan Freeman, he's doing the Batman voice. I'm like, he knows who you are. Why are you doing that?
and I didn't notice it until rewatch. In the second and third movies, there's some kind of digitization there.
They did Bane. his voice so bad that I had to turn on closed captioning because I couldn't understand one frickin' thing that was coming out of his mouth.
You thought you were born in the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Me, I was raised by it.
Yeah, I
Yes,
had
brother.
who is doing that? I can't tell which one of you two is doing that, but
That
that's
would
actually
be me, Ed. See,
but
I
that
can do some voices.
you're freaking me out now, dude. Stop it.
Well, because it's spot on.
But I know that's why I said he's freaking me out. But I couldn't understand a word he was saying when I went and saw it in the theater. I was so PO'd because I didn't know what was going on. But then when I got to watch it at home and could turn captioning on and understand what he was saying, because they went too far with the echo or whatever. And when you've got a hearing impediment already, I had no clue what he was saying. And the only thing I heard when Batman would do his growling voice is my own mind saying, "Just shut up, dude. Just stop."
And
But
here's the thing that I will tell people: even if you didn't like the Bane voice, can we just give it up for Tom Hardy's voice work? Like Tom Hardy, his Eddie Brock and his Venom are fantastic, and you don't have to like the Bane voice, but just the fact that that was Tom Hardy doing that voice.
Jump out the window.
well, yeah, but if he's doing it with a vibrator going on his chin and talking into a pickle jar, that's not really voice acting.
Pussy.
What do you
Wow.
mean? That's voice acting.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the funny thing is, in the Harley Quinn show, that's the version that they use of Bane.
Oh, you guys ate all the chips again.
Well,
Am I the only one that couldn't understand him?
I can
Maybe.
understand everything he said. I can't understand Batman. I
Yes,
can understand what he said just fine.
it was both for me.
No, I could do it. It was like, I was wondering what would breakfast. You spit it, your body.
Oh, your body.
So
Maybe I should just do the rest of the show this way.
Maybe we shouldn't and just say we should.
Who's no fun now, Ed?
But then you got it. Yeah, they use that, and then the way they have King Shark talk. I was just saying.
Ron Funches, man, I love that dude. I love that dude. But see, skipping down a little bit more. Like I said, if anybody wants to check this article out, it's let me get it right. TheNerdsOfColor.org.
I
And I'm
think
pretty sure I have that linked in the description of this video.
the other big takeaway that they mentioned was that they wanted to do, what was it, 2 movies and 2 shows a year.
There's going to be 1 live action movie, 1 live action show, 2 animated movies, 2 animated shows.
Yeah.
Or I might have that backwards.
Something like that. But something like that per year. Like they want to have a decent slate per year.
Yeah, that's still a lot of stuff.
Right. And of course, they're like starting with Superman. So it's like, okay. I'm trying to remember what else is supposed to come out this year.
DC wise or just in general?
DCU. It's like, well, what else? It's like, other than is it Peacemaker?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Other than the animated thing, I don't know what animated stuff's coming.
Well, I mean, technically, Creature Commandos was already one of them.
Oh. Yeah. True.
Ugh.
But
I know, and that's getting a second season, and
But-
I'll give it a shot. Maybe the second season will sway me more, but like I said,
Once I calm down and get super bored someday, I might try watching it again. But it just made me so angry what they did with him that I had to quit.
like I gotta say, there were some like episodes on certain characters were really good, but overall, it just doesn't feel like I have to watch it again. It doesn't give me like. There's nothing in me that's like, you know what? I could either rewatch Peacemaker, or I could go rewatch Superman and Lois, or I
There
could
you go.
rewatch Creature Commandos. And I'm like, Like to me, it wasn't terrible, but it just doesn't. I don't have a need to watch it again. And again, it's amazing though if there's people out there that saw Creature Commandos and they're like, "I'm totally down for DC now. Totally, I'm all on board. I love this. I want to go get some comics, even though those comics would be nothing like what you watched in the show." Which that's something that I hope eventually gets changed. I mean, they're starting to do it with like Peacemaker.
Yep.
Like I said, if y'all want a Peacemaker that's like the show, Kyle Stark's Peacemaker tries hard. They're also fixing to do an Eagly / Vigilante book.
Yep. That looks hilarious.
That looks, yes, I cannot wait for that.
Yeah. For
They
me,
need to do a Penguin book.
based on, that whole universe needs to be done, period.
Yes, absolutely. They need to do something with that, especially if there's going to be long stretches in between.
Yeah. Because they had the Arrowverse. They did some comics of that stuff, but what's going to make this universe for me is going to be the Superman movie. That will either excite me or I will be like lukewarm when it comes to everything else after this movie. I don't think I'm going to walk out of the theater disappointed personally, just based on what I'm seeing. I might walk out with questions, and then I'm going to turn to Jay for him to answer them.
Yeah,
But
like I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm gonna like this movie. Okay, they're gonna have to try really, really, really hard for me not to at least enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
It's a Superman movie. I have not gotten a Superman movie in 12 years.
Yep.
You know, I'm sorry. I still like Man of Steel. I'll still watch Man of Steel.
Heck yeah.
And I'm not sorry. I love that movie.
So Matt Lee, that was in here earlier, that's my buddy that I work with as well. He just watched that for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I was like, well, what'd you think of it? And he said it was freaking awesome. So, yeah. And his whole family just went through the Lord of the Rings franchise for the first time as well.
To me, it's almost like people want different until it's given to them.
Right.
Like I've said this before. When it came to Superman Returns, which is another Superman movie I really love, the complaints about it was there wasn't enough action and he was too much like Christopher Reeve.
And it's like he was supposed to be. It's a continuation of
yes, 100%. You're 100% correct on that. But when Man of Steel came out, it flipped to, well, he's nothing like Christopher Reeve, and there was too much action. There wasn't enough story. There wasn't enough Clark Kent. Right, but you said with that movie, there wasn't enough of that stuff in there for you. Now it's too much.
Yeah, and those people who hated on Cavill for that are the ones that are crying about Corn Sweat now not being Cavill.
Yeah. And that's the thing. As much as I love Henry Cavill, I love Superman more. Yeah. Henry Cavill is not the definitive picture of Superman. As much as I love Tyler, Tyler's not the definitive Superman. There's never going to be, for me, a definitive Superman as long as this character of Superman exists and other people can play him.
Yep.
Like, it's not going to happen. I could love Corn Sweat. That doesn't mean 20 years from now.
That sounds so weird.
Yeah, I know.
I could love Corn Sweat.
That doesn't mean 20 years from now, somebody else, because the role's going to be recast again. I mean, that's just how it is. Cavill wasn't the first Superman. Corn Sweat's not going to be the last.
They're all just George Reeves wannabe.
Well, maybe George Reeves is the Kirk Allen wannabe.
Ouch.
Oh.
Or Bud.
Ouch.
Well, this isn't the voice guy from the radio.
All right, man. To quote your wife, I will fight you.
It's such a weird thing to me. The things that people like before, like this crap has all been heard from the other side before. Yeah. Like everybody that's crying and complaining about stuff here, they were super excited about the DCEU, and you had the other side that didn't like Snyder that were making the same complaints that those people that liked it are making now. It's never ending. You're not going to please anyone. You know, again, I don't like the suit. I've talked about that millions of times. But you know what I haven't done and what I don't do? I have not made 30 videos talking about how much I don't hate the suit. I just don't like it. I haven't made 30 videos about that.
No, you
Yeah.
just
Here's the
mentioned
thing.
every other video.
Look, if there's something, no, I talk about it. I haven't made a specific video. Get it right.
Touche, Sean. Touche.
No, I talk about it. I haven't made videos about it. There's a big difference.
I didn't say you made videos. I said you mentioned it.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you.
I know.
That's awesome. I wasn't listening.
But, like the thing is, there are people right now that aren't liking this universe without really seeing anything other than Suicide Squad, which I like, but I get why people don't like it. I get it. And, you know, every video is the same thing about how much they hate this stuff. I'm like, look, here's the thing that I've said way back before anything was announced. Actors or anything. If I go into this Superman and there's a 0.2% chance for some reason I don't like it, that will be the only thing you hear from me. I'll be like, it wasn't for me, and that's the last I'll talk about it. Because I don't want to spend Sean's time, my time, Jenna's time, this channel's time talking about stuff I don't like. I want there to be a project that's just like Superman right now. I'll make a video about Superman every single day because I'm so excited about it. I can leave out the suit. Don't care about the suit. He can wear a potato sack. He's still Superman. The suit's not giving him powers. You know, it's my hang up, but that doesn't ruin the movie for me. And why we have people who think that because the suit is the way it is, that this movie's going to be like a travesty. I can't get it. I don't. Like my brain refuses to be like, well, that suit doesn't look like anything I've seen before. You know, again, my hang up is I wasn't a fan of the new 52 suit. This one kind of feels like the new 52 one. That's my reason I didn't like it. Now, does that mean that I don't read any new 52 or I don't own new 52 or Superman Unchained isn't one of my favorite Superman stories because of the suit? No. Just means it's aesthetic. It's an aesthetic that I don't like. But things change.
Just give us the absolute Superman suit.
Oh, I love like the shield. If you can just give me that shield. But the fact that you got people like, look, and it's my own fault because I want to see stuff from both sides. I want to see stuff from the people who are not excited for this, who don't like it. I want to hear what they have to say. I can only watch it for so long, but I want to know why.
Yeah, I want to hear it too, but I want to hear it after they watch the movie. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear why they don't like it 6 months before it comes out.
My problem, I tune anybody out that's like, I don't like it because it's gun. Okay, you've automatically lost me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry. I mean, just like, I mean, Jay remembers me talking about my cousin gave Ben Affleck zero chance at Batman. He's like, I don't like Ben Affleck. It's a terrible choice. I'm like, whatever, dude. It's like his Batman was freaking phenomenal. That's like I haven't liked everything that Ben Affleck's been in either, but it doesn't mean that his Batman wasn't awesome because it was.
Well, see, and that's the thing I said was I was like, has he ever liked Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
And you were like, no. I said, well, that's the thing.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
think if you don't like somebody to begin with, you're not going to be on board. You're not going to think to give it a shot.
Yeah.
People who didn't like Snyder before Man of Steel ever came out, they were already hating on the movie too. And this was months. They just announced Zack Snyder was directing it. So it's like the same energy, but on opposite sides.
Yep.
And it's unwarranted. Like, cool. After you saw Man of Steel, people can say what they want to me all they want. The thing is, nobody's going to change anybody's minds. A person has to change their own mind of how they feel about something. You telling me that I'm not a Superman fan because I liked Henry Cavill's Superman doesn't mean anything to me because I know I'm a Superman fan. You telling me what I can be a fan of doesn't work for me.
No, you're not a Superman fan because you don't like All Star Superman or whatever it was.
I like it. I don't think it was the best Superman story.
The sad thing is, in today's world, it all comes down to 3 words: hate gets clicks.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's all it is. So they're going to write up this big thing about how terrible it is, even before they've even seen it, just to get people to click on it and agree that it's terrible.
I've had so many ideas to do ranty videos, and then I stop because I know that that's not what this channel is about. If I want to do a ranty thing, go start my own dang channel and just go piss and moan over there. So, if that means we get less views and stuff because of that, well, fine. I don't need y'all shit here anyway. And yes, I will use that word. It's like, get the fuck off. Go
Yeah.
somewhere else. We'll sit here and we're gonna hang out and have a good time. Because to me,
Yep.
bashing something is just not a good time.
Now I find it a little hypocritical on my part that I'm complaining so much about people that are complaining. But my issue is I just Robbie said it best, and I kind of agree with him when he said this. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of this stuff when we were kids. But we also shouldn't just take everything that's thrown out there that's just done to be done. Yes, I want quality stuff. But I'm not going to judge anything until I see it for myself. That's why I don't listen to reviewers.
I love listening to them because I know exactly
Well,
they're going to come out off the end of it going, whatever.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I listen to reviewers, but I don't listen to them in like, you shouldn't watch this movie because I think it's crap. Because then I would have never watched Venom. Again, I love Venom, and people are like, that movie was garbage. Well, that's cool. You didn't like it.
Yeah, Venom was good. Venom 2,
No, not so much.
not so much. Not for us, and that's fine.
But there are people that liked Morbius. There are people that, Randy, who hasn't been here in a while because he's been busy. I talked to him on Friday Night Live. He was there, but he said he took his grandson to see Craven, and his grandson loved it. And he goes, and that's all that matters to me.
Yep.
It's always going to be different strokes for different folks. Not everyone is going to like the same thing. That's just life. That's just how humanity works.
My entire family loved the Morbius movie, and I'm not ashamed to say it. We've watched it 2-3 times. I enjoy it. Would it be 1,000 times better if Spider-Man was in it? Of course.
Yeah.
But for what it was, I mean, you got to do a really, really bad job to get me to hate a story about a vampire.
Yeah.
Because that's right up my alley. Have people done it? Yes, but there's nothing wrong with Morbius.
The thing with Craven for me, because I do want to watch it based on the trailers. I couldn't really care less about the comic character so much because I don't know much about the actual regular character. But you could have said that movie had nothing to do with comics, and I've been fine because it just looks like a really good action flick to me. So it's like I have, and plus I'm sure we all are. Is it Aaron Taylor Johnson? That's his name. I'm a fan of him in general too, so I like watching what he does. So I have a feeling that I'll probably enjoy it. Morbius, I've been very kind of like, and a lot of that's because I'm not the biggest Jared Leto guy.
Have you not seen it?
No, I haven't seen I know it's on. I think it's on Netflix.
If you decide to watch it, just clear your mind and watch it as a movie, and don't go in with any expectations, and you might enjoy it. Because I was surprised. I mean, my wife and daughter loved it, and I didn't hate it. I thought it was good,
You must
and
have
I
been
didn't
working.
understand all the hate.
You must have been working that night because Jenna and I watched it when we lived in the house.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that y'all watched that I didn't watch either. I'd either be croned up in my room because I was being pissy that night. Ready Player One.
Well, that was the apartment.
Yeah, but you get what I mean in general.
Right, but you did watch Let There Be Carnage with us.
Yes, yeah, we watched Let There Be Carnage, and that movie felt like it should have been a 3-hour movie, and they took half of it out, and it made no sense.
Well, see, that's how I felt about Morbius. Morbius's editing just was weird to me for some reason. Just felt like certain things happened too fast. Like there wasn't enough.
It almost feels like Sony has gone that direction in weird ways. Like, what is it that Jenna says? If she's listening, she can come in and yell it, but it's like they're literally writing the script on the fly and then changing or cutting stuff out as they're going. They're not coming into filming with a full script.
Oh, hold on just a second, folks. I knew I heard something go off. Triple B? Can't hear you if you're talking, boss.
Yeah, he's muted.
You're muted.
Triple B, I must say that it takes a lot of courage for you to leave for the reason you said you were leaving and then to come back already.
Did he accidentally click on this link? Like, was he looking? Was he looking around for something else and clicked this link and forgot he was in the room?
Possible.
Blink twice if you can hear us.
Keep both hands or we can see them.
No,
No,
can't
we
hear
can't
you.
hear.
Wait.
Nope. Still
Nope.
Nothing. No. I gotta leave because my old lady wants me in the bedroom. 5 minutes later, he's on here. Good job, man. You made the whole 5 minutes. Way to go.
I feel bad because he is trying to listen. I feel bad because he is trying to talk.
I know.
His mic
Can
is
you typing? Oh, we can type in here, can't we?
Yeah.
Yo,
There we go.
There we go.
that damn button right there, dude. It's like flashing. I mean, it's been an hour and a half, dude, man. Hold on, man. How's everything going tonight, my mother bleepers? Hope everything's going great.
Good, brother. How
Sean,
you doing?
What's
I'm
up,
doing
dude?
good. Yo, Sean, dude, man. Love you, bud. Who's Sean? No, Sean, dude, you are Galveston Bay, dude. What the fuck, dude? I love that song by Parker McCollum, dude. You ever heard that song by Parker McCollum, dude? He's like, I'm a big Texas country music fan. Like, I love Texas country music more than I love country music because Texas country music is the best. And you guys live in Texas, so I'm so jealous.
Bro, if you ever come, you need to experience Green Hall. That's basically like the Grand Ole Opry of Texas.
Hell yeah.
It's a ratty looking bar in a historic town called Green. And you got to go in there, experience a country show, and drink a Lone Star. That's tradition.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, look,
As
I'll tell you this,
that beer
man.
might taste.
Tell you this, man. I loved my dad. But man, he had a shitty tasting beer at that Lone Star, man. He drank Lone Star Light.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was his beer of choice. Lone Star Light.
My college days, it was Blatz, so I can't complain too much. Because Blatz is not anything anyone should ever drink, but it's all we could afford. A few people out there love Blatz. God help you, because I don't know what you love about it.
It's cheap.
That's it.
That's what they love about it.
It's the Boone's Farm of beer. Boone's Farm of beer. There you go.
See, now Boone's Farm wasn't that bad.
Mad Dog. There, how about that then?
Oh wow,
Ooh.
Mad Dog. That's old school. They don't make that no more. I don't think.
Mad
There's a
Dog,
reason.
Four Loco, Steel Reserve.
Still Reserve's all right, man. I mean, they make that. It's that malt liquor though. You know, I rather
Yeah.
stay away from malt liquor.
No, I'm with you there, buddy. Of mine
I
used to
tried a
like
Zima once and thought I had licked a frog's ass. It was terrible. I don't know what the hell people see in that stuff.
And you didn't even trip.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That was the bad part.
I mean, if you're gonna lick a frog,
What's on the menu, sir? Probably an IPA.
Ribbit.
No, it's a bloody beer right there. Bloody beer.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All
I just
right.
mix my beer with, some sort of red juice. I'm gonna say, tomato, clamato, whatever it is, chelada. But yeah, dude, we had a good day today, man. We went out. I took the girls out to a restaurant. My little ones, like they're not. They don't. It's weird, like so. We always go out to restaurants, right? Like take my wife out or your girlfriend or whatnot. Hey, let's go out to dinner, and you have little ones, and like they don't experience like going out to restaurants, so they don't understand what that is. They're like, let me go eat at home. Like, no, let's go out and like get a server coming to you, and they're like, what is this? So it's something new for them, and we did that experience today, and brought my two little daughters out to it was, dude, like there's this place in Salt Lake City where I live called Burgatory. So it's like purgatory, but it's burgatory. And so we went there. I've been wanting to go to this place for a while because it's like a horror theme restaurant where they have like all their like burgers and stuff are like horror movie themes, right? I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Let's go
Nice.
check this place out, right? And we go there, and they can't even. They're so damn busy that like, oh, we're not even going to take orders for another hour. I was like, oh, it blew my mind. Like, so we had to leave. We couldn't even wait for an hour, And so like it sucks. So we went to another place. So we went to a place closer to my house, like a pub, and grill. And it was amazing though. Like we went in there. I really wanted to go to that horror thorn theme, restaurant. But we went to this other place, and but we took the girls there, and they were like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, I'll get you a Coca-Cola, get you amped up on caffeine, have some fun. And it was good. It was good. And so we had a good burger. My wife had a mushroom burger. I had a bacon burger, and it was cool.
How old are your girls?
They are 9 and 6.
Aw.
Yeah, they're at that age.
I do got a little piece of advice for you though, Triple B. Never say take my wife or girlfriend in the same sentence. Don't ever say.
I
Don't
may have
ever
said
say
that. I may. Well, I gotta treat my wife like my girlfriend, right? Because like it's like I gotta keep it new, man. I gotta keep it fresh.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you, brother.
Yeah,
It
I
was
know.
just funny the way you said that. You take your wife or girlfriend out, and I'm like, oh shit, don't say those again. No.
Amazing. So how you guys doing tonight, man? I listened a little bit of the show. I know you guys were talking about some Superman just a little bit ago. But yeah,
We've been all over the place.
Yeah, but
like
that's
normal.
that's normal.
Like normal.
Yeah, I just happen to be here. That's the only difference.
no, I'm so glad to see that you're here, Sean. And yeah, I want to jump on because I saw Sean in the thumbnail, so I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Because I probably won't get to do one in March, because I've got to move. So pretty much after this weekend, all the rest of my days off are going to be spent moving.
Are they finally going to give you Saturdays off?
No, my schedule rotates because I work 4 on 2 off.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So like next week.
Do you got to move out of your apartment that you're in right now?
Yeah. Gotta go live with the old fart and the blue shirt above me again. So
you're gonna move it back in with Mr. freaking J himself, huh?
Yeah.
That's good though. I mean, right? I think that's.
Oh yeah. No, we're good. I hate him though.
Well,
But
why do you
That's
think he had
that's
been
the
on the
base
show?
of any good friendship is hatred.
yeah, it's just so I'll probably miss the next Saturday just because I've really got to make sure I start getting stuff out of here. So
I'll save you some money though. Maybe I know apartments can be expensive by yourself.
yeah,
How cute though. You guys can like sit beside each other and do the shows once you're living together. It'd be
no,
adorable.
I'll be in the next room.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, if I'll go ahead and say it, full disclosure. So we had a bunch of crap happen to us all at once. Before the hurricane, we had our fridge went out overnight, lost all the food in there, had to replace it. Then barrel hit, generator broke, lost all that food. Then we were out of work. Jenna and I combined for 14 days, 18 days, something like that. Then, Jenna had a data entry job, and they were breached by something, so it cut her work on that tremendously. So she was out of work on that aspect for a little while. Then she found a job doing Uber. Then our car that I had my car brand new in 2008 until just this past last year. Like it lasted till 2024. But it finally got to the point where couldn't fix it anymore. It was time to go. So then we had to get a new car. So basically this is we just could not catch up. So it's beneficial and Sean's helping us out by doing this. Hopefully this will be a one-time, hey man, we need help just for now kind of thing. And we get back to, Sean being able to walk around naked in his house if he feels like it, and me being able to do the same in my house if I feel like it.
Right. Oh, yeah, Edward's imagining that one kind of hard. He closes.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of butterflies and anything other than what was just said.
And not slinging hogs everywhere.
But yeah, and so we'll see what happens.
Y'all
one of the-
Texas people are crazy.
One of those things where like everybody will get caught up, then maybe everybody can use the savings of living together to save towards that next step and everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of the goal.
Make
At
a
least.
commune.
It's
Like-
tough. It's tough these days, man. You really got to work together with your family and stuff. Like, if you all can come together and like have a bigger goal where like you can, maybe stay together for a few years. Everybody can save money, and then I think that's the way it is because like it's so hard, man. Like trying to be on your own. And I remember like right when I was 18 years old, like I wanted to leave my parents' house. Like you were grown. You were like when you turned 18, you could get out of your parents' house and go be on your own. And that's what I did. And like, fuck, man. Like I really wish like I mean I did it. We did it, we did it back in the day in like, 1996, 1998, we did that shit. We went and did our own stuff. But if we could have just like maybe like stayed together, like, it's so much harder nowadays. So like, and
Jay and I were the opposite of that.
you
Jay
stayed
got out when he was 18. I stayed with my family practically until 2009. My dad moved out, and my aunt left me a house because I was with a girlfriend, and then that I was on my own from then. Otherwise, I wanted to stay at home because I wanted to go street racing and bowl all the time. That's all I ever did.
Bowling? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. What's your average?
I haven't bowled league in 15 years.
I know, me too, man. I used to bowl all the time, but yeah, it's probably about 10 years. But yeah, I was about like 180,
I think I was it was like 205 was my travel league average.
Man? Oh, you could have joined the tour, dude.
This is the dude that like when you were like, oh, let me be funny and roll the ball backwards and maybe get a pin. No, this is a dude that would get strikes doing that shit.
Oh yeah, I throw it under your legs, right? You can
Yeah,
throw it under your legs. Everything.
I'd go behind and throw him between my legs, and he'd be like, "Ah, fuck you, dude." No, I could not have been on tour. I have bowled against guys on tour that are now Hall of Famers. There's a big difference between me and them.
My great
Huge
nephew,
difference.
my great nephew is a senior in high school this year, and he's been on the bowling team. His average is 235.
Wow. Wow.
He missed a 300 game 3 times by 1 shot,
Is he two-handed?
and I'm like, no.
Huh?
And I was like,
oh, he doesn't come at it like that and throw it.
nope,
Just
nope.
one hand. Okay,
He's old school, one hand in front of the nose, pull her back and let her rip.
cool.
And
I
I
have
told
nothing
him, I'm
against
like, the funny thing is I've dropped it. You know, dude, you might want to think about considering going. He has no interest in it. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to be a diesel mechanic type. I'm like, you do what you want to do, but do what makes you happy. But brother, when you're bowling 230 at 18 without bumpers in,
Yeah, but to actually make money doing that is actually pretty hard.
I'm sure.
So he if he really wants to do that, and then he can go to a tournament and make $5 to $1,000 on the side. That's the way to do it. So, but that's just me having been around the bowling scene for years.
The funny thing is his sister got a full ride to college for her basketball scholarship. And I told him, I said, there's bowling scholarships. I'm not sure who has them, but I know they have them.
Oh, yeah. You go to school like Wichita State and stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah.
Educational advice. You did not know you would get that on Hydrasylum Comics.
It's true. We really are all over the freaking place.
Right?
That's all right. That's what makes it fun, man. That's what makes it fun. People on the rewind can see near the end of the show, it gets kind of like, loosey goosey. I want to show this off one more time just because I really love this.
Dude, you're killing me here.
I subscribed. I did right when you guys dropped it earlier.
Yep.
I went ahead and subscribed because I remember I was telling you, dude, like if you're like on the fence about it, just fucking do it. And there you go. And like I know you said you had no content going on right now, but there you go. That's a great I would say, I mean, if that's your profile picture, that's amazing. So let's rock and roll. Ed Weird.
He needs to put that on a shirt and send it to us.
It's great.
Well, I don't own the graphic. I just tweaked it. That's actually a cover of a comic book that I tweaked.
That's cool. That's great.
I just did some, I just, the lettering and everything, that's mine, but the actual graphic was part of a comic that I edited and turned into a whatever you call it.
Well, I can imagine that you being a teacher, Eddie, that like you can really do great scripts, or I mean, even if you freestyle it or whatnot. But like I can imagine like your commentary over your videos, because like I pretty much like do freestyle and like, but you, man, you're a lot smarter than I am, so I think you can do a great job. And like I have 100% confidence that you can do a great job in each video that you produce. And when it comes to YouTube, like with somebody with as knowledgeable as you when it comes to horror comics, and something that if you're going to jump into a video, my advice is to you is jump into each video that you're going to do it your own way, and do it with the knowledge and how smart you are, and put that into the video. And it's going to show the audience, or show whoever watches that video, your knowledge of the content that you're trying to produce.
I'm going to keep it real. I plan on doing everything. I'm not going to write anything down. I'm not going to script. I don't even know if I'm going to get into editing. I think I'm just going to go on and talk, because God, I've been talking my whole life. If I don't know how to do it by now,
do it more like a podcast, or like just raw
and
video.
I might do some. I was thinking of starting with some quickies about some of my favorite horror comics, or maybe some of the newer ones and just start off with a quick review of those and until I get the hang of how to do things. But first I got to find the right platform and learn how to use it so I can make the shorts and all that stuff.
Yeah, like that's the same thing that I tell Sean all the time. Is like, look, I haven't read every single book, so I'm definitely never going to suggest a book that I've never read or make a short talking about a book that I personally haven't read. That's why I have some shorts out there that aren't comics you should read. They're comics you think I should read. Like the Etrigan one. It's like, the demon books you think I should read or stuff like that. Because I don't ever want to pretend that I know something about a book that I don't. Because for one, that's somebody finds out that you are talking about something you have no idea what you're actually talking about. That just makes you look bad and they kind of lose faith in what you're doing. So you always want to be honest. Like
Yep.
if you haven't read Superman Unchained, then you haven't read it. If you haven't read this certain horror movie or certain horror book, then you haven't read it. That's the best advice I can give you is just be honest. If you haven't read something, have people suggest stuff to you.
Definitely.
I have an unlimited supply of horror comics and horror books. And with the newer ones that are coming out, I don't think I'll have a problem there. But I was thinking about leaving the comic part off and just having Edward Loves Horror because I know I'm going to end up talking about books or comics and books too because I love Stephen King.
And movies.
So it's not just going to be comics and movies and even TV shows. I'll probably end up talking about all of it, but that's just something that popped in. I liked how it looked. Jay helped me shade the lettering a little bit. So for now, I'm gonna keep it and maybe tweak it, and then someday I'll come up with my own art graphic that I can put on a shirt or a hat or something if I ever get to that point.
At the same time, though, you don't have to take the comics part off either because, I mean, look at our channel name and we talk about everything. So, as long as you advertise that you're a pop culture content creator, then you'll be fine.
Well, and I'm only doing it for fun. I'm not expecting to get rich off it. It's just something to do in my spare time when I'm bored and have some fun. And I have you guys to thank for it because hell, I never thought I'd be on podcasts. But I have a blast on Hydrasylum. And I had a blast on the EXP when you had me on with Dan. And I even had fun arguing with Kyle on the phone. I mean, it's fun stuff.
Castle.
What up, Castle?
Good to see you.
What's up, you motherfucker, dude? I'm going to come down to Florida and beat your fucking ass, dude.
I'll pay to see that match.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have that
would literally be
Topulosis, Triple P, Haunted Comics fucking show. But what's going down with that, dude? Castle, I know you're busy. I'm busy, dude. So, but no, I'm just playing. I'm just joking, y'all. Castle, dude, drink some vodka for me.
Yeah, he's been sick, so.
Oh man, no way.
Hopefully he's getting better, man. Just like Kyle. Kyle's got COVID.
Kyle's had COVID. Edward had COVID. Sorry.
Yep. I just got my voice back last week.
My biggest problem is I've just been in and out of small things. You can ask Jay.
Are you bragging? Sorry, Sean, I had to. When you leave the door open like that, I gotta go through.
Oh, you gotta walk. Yeah, you just gotta step on through it like a
mouse. We call a burn.
But
who was that? You, Jay?
Yeah, it was him. Yes. But that's literally what it's been like. I thought I was going to get COVID because I had one of my coworkers, and then it was about a 72-hour thing, and I was fine. I was just frustrated because I couldn't take time off to get better. So that's the only part that sucked about it.
Oh, wow. See,
what the hell is Ozempic?
Ozempic is it's like a diet. Supposedly it's a diabetes drug, but it also helps you lose weight. It's
why in the world would you want to lose weight, Castle? You look like the frickin' Hulk already.
Yeah, my brother was actually talking to me about that earlier, trying to find ways outside of the fasting, something that I can do that would stop me from plateauing. Whatnot, because I had like a 4-hour conversation with my brother today before I came on air. It was nice. I hadn't talked to my brother in a while, so it was like that in a while. So it was just nice to talk to him. So
Yeah, that's
I understand that.
good. It works for some people, but unfortunately didn't work for Castle, man. I hope you're feeling better though. We sure have missed you.
for sure.
Yeah, I have a few half brothers, and since their parents died, like my stepdad and my mother, um, it's kind of weird, Like I haven't been able to talk to them, in a couple of years, like a year and a half, and it sucks. It's really weird, how like we are all so close together with our family, and then our mother died and the stepfather died, and then I don't know, you kind of go your separate ways. It's like the glue of the family is gone because they died. And so,
Well, mine so much is, I work in the maritime industry. My brother is a fire chief, so the two of us are off, quite busy. So it's just hard for him to get to do stuff a lot of times. So just catching up with him was cool. It's like sitting here to him telling me that my sister-in-law is a bartender part-time now. I'm like, I am trying to imagine my sister-in-law is a bartender because she does not put up with anything. So when you talk,
Well, that's the perfect kind of bartender.
yeah, like she will pull out the bat real quick and smack the crap out of you.
Like you know those girls in bars that will throw down better than pretty much any guy.
That's my sister-in-law, but my sister. So
Yeah,
she's literally the only female alive right now that if she says my first and middle name, duck. That's all I got to say.
310's not hard to get when you're 6'8", man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's normal weight when you're 8 foot tall? I mean,
I've never been that tall.
I was gonna say, yeah, Castle, I got you by like 30 pounds, bro. That's not me bragging either. That's sad, actually. Anyway, bring it back.
yeah, Castle, we should get with Kyle, see what's going down. But I know that you're busy and like life is. I'm busy as hell, like trying to do my own thing and like taking care of my girls and all. And it's, dude, honestly, like me and my wife have been like talking a lot lately and like trying to figure out like what I want to do. And like, dude, life is fucking crazy, man. And like, I'm busy. I want to be there with the girls, which I am. Like, I honestly am like a full-time dad, and I work full-time job, a full-time husband, and we got a lot. There's a lot of things that's going on behind the scenes that I can't talk about, like on social media
Yeah.
with me and
Yeah.
my wife.
You're
But
good.
like, and I even had another buddy of mine like, hey, let's start a YouTube channel. Let's do this. I'm like, dude, do you know how fucking hard it is to like there's not so much time in a day. Like I don't have that much time in a day. And you want me to like start a YouTube channel with you and do a podcast and like use like the studio and like, oh my God, dude, you don't even know. Like people just think, hey, let's just start a fucking channel. Okay, yeah, but when I'm already doing stuff, like
Yeah.
I don't have that much time in the day, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize editing videos takes a while. Like I mean, when I did the top 10 at the end of the year, I think I spent, and I had to do it over 2 nights because I recorded the video and then I had to go to work. So basically, it was I did it, came home from work, spent 2 hours editing, went to bed, came back the next night, finished it. So it took me 4 hours to do a whole video.
Yeah. That's why I only try to do like one a week, and then if I'm doing one live a week, so it's tough, man. Like it's like, I mean, if you have all the time in the world, if you're young, you don't have like kids, if you don't have a wife, you can probably do that working like, I mean, I work 45 hours a week for sure, like every single week.
Mhm.
And yeah, like, and then doing it, it's tough, man. You can't, oh, it's so easy. No, it's
Yeah,
not easy, man.
when we rebranded and Jay figured out the magic with shorts, my schedule last year was different because I was working 3 on 3 off. So I had a whole lot more time, and Jay did too because he hadn't had a lot of the stuff added on to him. So us doing 3-4 videos shorts a week was easy. Well, then I got the extra day, and then he got a whole lot of stuff added on to him. So it's like now we're like, great, if we can do a video each a week, we're okay.
Yeah.
My problem is like I talked about on the last live, it's just I hit a really big patch of burnout, and so I just took a break and whatnot. Like this is the first. Well, no, I had the one short that I did, but other than that, I haven't done a whole lot of comic related stuff. I've just read just to have fun and relax. But other than that, so
Burnout is the real
everybody's
thing.
gonna burn out. Everybody's gonna burn out, and like you just got to take that time and like you said, I'm just going to go ahead and read and like, relax. That's totally fine. And YouTube's always going to be there. You don't need to like, oh my God, this is a job. I need to put this on a schedule. I got to do this. I got to do that. Oh my God, I don't have the time to fucking do it. What am I going to do? Like, you just need to relax. Only do content that you want to do, and then everything will work out, dude. Everybody lives day by day, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because in 4 days I put in 52 hours. So usually by the first day I'm off, I'm just ready to sleep.
That's usually why I do these on Saturday, because Saturday is no experience stuff. I've already got it all done. If I have anything to do, I have 2 clips I got to do from Friday that I can do tomorrow. So I'm like, look, if I can't do a video throughout the week, I got the live to do.
Yeah.
Like I always want to make sure that Saturday is the day I do this. If there's ever an opportunity when Sean's off another day and I'm not working and he wants to do a live, I got no issue jumping on. But Saturday for me is like, this is the perfect time for me.
Well, and when we initially started it, I was on a different schedule because
Yeah.
I was like this close to that new position, and then stuff happened. So otherwise, I would have been off every Saturday with you.
Yeah.
So and it feels weird coming in, once a month.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, I do these because it helps me. It helps me because the social anxiety I have, even if it's talking with friends, just being on camera, this helps me. Hanging out with people helps, and being able to talk about stuff that I don't ever get too controversial here, but there's some things I feel like I can talk about here that I can't really talk about on the experience. So this kind of helps get some of that stuff out.
yeah, well, I mean,
Because I'm the Snyder fan on the experience, and
it's
I'm pretty sure I'm alone in that boat.
it's your channel. You can talk about whatever you want.
True,
So
but like I said, it's nice. It gives other people the opportunity if they want to hop on. They want to talk about something. They got it. The experience. We're kind of set to where, okay, well, you guys can show up, but it has to be this show. Like we can't have Triple B and Ed on comic collectibles because it wouldn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
and I feel
But
bad.
having them on like the Kyle and Jay Q&A thing.
Yeah. I feel bad because I know Kyle's been trying to get me on. It's like I was sick, and now I told Kyle, I was like, dude, I'm going to be moving, so it's going to be April before I can even do anything. So eventually I'll get on there. But until then, at least gives Kyle a good talking point to make fun of me.
True. And like you said, he was teasing me earlier, but he was like, the show's going to be about Comics Pro. And I was like, I worked.
Yeah. I was like, what's Comics Pro?
I picked up another day because you were going to Comics Pro.
Yeah.
So like there was 2 weeks where he needed me to work both those Thursdays, so I was working Monday through Friday, then doing all the clips for those shows and doing all the back YouTube back end for all of them and
Yeah,
stuff like
make that
that.
money, Jay. Make that money.
And I have, you know what the thing is though, like I have no problem doing that. I literally love everybody on the experience. There's not a person I dislike working with. I can say that in all honesty. Like being able to hang out with Dez and Rich on the Geek Chat. What some people might not know is I actually ran their first show. Kyle was in the background, but I was the one that was on the show when unfortunately their internet was giving them issues and it was a sales show. So hanging out with them, no problem. We had an awesome time. Then the next week, getting to hang out with Mog and Mel. It was like I worked their show all the time. Like there's literally not a single person on the experience I don't like working with.
Mog's hot.
Mog is very beautiful, and she's sweet, and she's awesome. We got to actually meet Mog and Mel in person, not last year, but the year before. They were in Dallas, and we went to Dallas Fan Expo. Yeah, they're very awesome. They're very awesome to talk to. Mel's funny as hell, man. Like Mel cracks me up.
How old are you, Jay?
Yeah. Fuck you. That's what he said. That's what he told me. You know, we bought some prints from Mog, and we just sat there and talked.
Dude, I hope Mog comes to a show. I want one of her prints so bad.
Mog's very matter of fact about things, but she's also very funny.
Yeah.
Like she really is. Like I loved hanging out with them. So, you know, that's the thing I can say about my job. Like Kyle's like, hey man, I might need you to work the extra shows on Friday he's talking about is the FOC show. And I've hung out backstage with Matthias before. Matthias is a cool guy too. So for me, it's like, Kyle, you know, it's my job and I do it anyway. But it's the fact that I enjoy the people I work with that's like, sure, dude, you need me to pick up a day? No problem. Now that might mean it'll be like you know, that one Saturday show that I had, you know, I had worked and been on camera twice because it was Minute to Skim It and it was the Q&A. But you know, it was just like, okay, I was on camera a little bit more than I would like to be, but I get over it. I have a good time once I get on. So,
jeez, Castle.
I tried to buy a Mog piece Castle from one of the shows, and like, I was on probably some vodka that night myself, and I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and bid like $110 on whatever she's doing. And I woke up the next morning, I got outbid. You know, I obviously I gotta go to bed a little bit early when they come up on the experience because it's late. Yeah. I gotta work in the morning. I mean, I gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So fuck you all, motherfuckers. Yeah. You don't understand how that shit is. That shit sucks. You know, I gotta go to bed early. But yeah, I was like, oh man, I did bid on that. Did I win? Did I win? And so I went back and watched it, but I didn't win. But like, yeah, it was congratulations, Castle buying 4 of Mog's pieces, but like again, that's probably got to hurt your bank account.
Yeah, but you know, we had I can't remember who. I think we had Fish Lee. Fish is a person who's usually on the show with Mog and Mel. Fish is awesome. Fish Lee's a nice dude, very nice dude. I think this past Thursday they're supposed to have Rich from Wonderland Comics. Rich is awesome. Like, I feel kind of bad because AJ is not a person that wants to be on camera. So AJ's been a freaking trooper. Every time that something's happened, Rich couldn't make the show, so AJ runs the show. But if you've never watched Welcome to Wonderland, you watch it when Rich is there as well. Rich is such like hosting is like so natural to him. He's a writer. He's written Cult of Dracula, Prometheus in Chains. He's got a Kickstarter called Angel Hunter fixing to come out. But his show, it's a sales show. They do new comics. They do 25% off if you buy them from them. He's such a natural, and he's got such great stories. So, like, I didn't get to watch this past SketchUp, but he was supposed to be on SketchUp talking about his Kickstarter. I don't remember if he was on or not.
Cult of Dracula was good too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that's who was on there. Now you got me curious. I might have to check it out.
All right, gents. For me, I am hungry. I've been up since noon today, and I've not eaten a thing. I've got to go get some dinner.
Yeah, I'm fixing to call it too, so I can finish my dinner, and I got to wake up early to change the oil in the car. Yes, nope, 100%. He tells me all the time. He's like, I just not comfortable. I said, dude, you do a great job, man. The people appreciate you being there. Yeah, Wonderland Comics is a good show. It really is.
Where the experience is at now, from where they started, they've got a good, solid lineup of shows.
Yeah, and I don't just say that because I worked there.
And I don't say that. I don't say that just because I know the people that you work with that work there.
Exactly.
We've literally watched it grow from like 3 months into them starting.
Yep.
So
proud of the growth. Hopefully it continues. Hopefully we get to a point where, you don't see me as much on camera. You don't see us as much on camera. Or you might see us even more because we're not doing the producing work. We're just there. So hopefully that'll be one day. One day you'll see us on Roku. That's kind of part of the plan, is to build this thing up to where the shows are shown on TV. And I don't know how the bidding and stuff would work for that, but it's kind of the plan.
I will have seriously say that maybe one day they can afford what I make now, and then I can just come work there.
No, you're good where you're at.
Jay's like, fuck you.
No, we don't want you on the experience. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, he doesn't want me to do anything. He doesn't care.
You're good. We're for our channel.
Sure, you want to pay me? I will.
You do get paid. You get paid in exposure.
Yeah, like when you guys run around your place naked.
Exactly. Like a pig in an oversized blanket.
Right.
All right, Haas, will you go ahead?
Go eat some food. Go eat some bacon, man. I had a bacon cheeseburger when I went out to, lunch with my daughters today. Get something good, man, in your belly.
I have no idea what to get. I just know I'm hungry.
I'll get a fucking.
Now, granted, where they had for dinner, there's a truck down here too, so it's like that actually sounds like a good idea. So, but it was seriously, I hadn't got to be online with you yet, Triple B, so it was good to be able to chat with you.
No, I'm so glad to see you, Sean. When I knew that you were coming on, I'm like, dude, I gotta get on. So say what up to Sean, dude, because it is good to see you. Video to video, I guess we would say, instead of face to face.
We give you crap. We give you crap, dude, but everybody missed you.
We love you, dude.
Eventually, we'll just put on HydraCon and everybody will just come hang out in person.
That would be awesome. Just don't hold it in frickin' Texas.
Everyone must come to HydraCon.
Everything's big in Texas. Come on.
See Sean.
I start to die at 78 degrees, so don't do it any hotter than that, please.
It's only 59.
59 right now.
We wanted in Transylvania.
It is 13 here.
Gross. That's the bank account number, man. That's not a temperature.
Yeah. So what Edward is saying is that we need to have the con at like between November and February.
Okay.
The worst thing about the weather getting warmer here, because I hate the cold, but now all the wasps are out. And I'm allergic to red wasps. So they were like all at my freaking door.
Ugh.
I had one inside in between the screen and the door, so I had to go like it was a whole thing today. It was a whole thing today. I had to go out the backyard and the side if I wanted to go out the front of the house.
Find their hive and kill it.
Yeah, we didn't have any spray.
Nice.
Urine kills wasps. Try peeing on it.
That's a good way to get stung on the jump. While the double and triple the size would be nice.
I couldn't even hold my face for that one, man. I was dying.
That's all I need is wasp being on the nuts. Be hopping around like Randy.
Oh Lord.
It's funny
Randy
to
from
say,
South
but it's
Park,
funnier
not
when
Randy in
somebody
the
does
chat.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, you go ahead, Sean. All I'm going to tell you is for your thumb, because I forgot to tell you this earlier. For your thumb, I actually downloaded it. I ran the picture through the Filmora thing to sharpen the quality because it looked like a before and after, like unfocused focus picture.
That's
Because
weird.
my picture was so out of focus compared to yours.
Well, that makes sense though when you consider what that old picture was taken on too. So,
True.
but yeah.
But good thumb, good time, good talk. You get out of here. Like I said, I'm fixing to end it because we're 3 hours in. I want to finish my wings. And I'm pretty sure Jenna wants to finish watching some ghosts.
She wants to meet you in the bedroom. Like me.
Get to tuck her in so she can go to sleep, maybe.
Oh,
She's tired, man. She been working her ass off these last couple days.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're tired. I'm tired too, man. Let's do this.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I'm just joking, man. You know, I'm all about like loving, dude. It's all. Yeah.
Oh no, they're loving it. Just when it's that time, it's that time.
Yeah, it's time to go to bed. It's time to sleep.
Yeah.
We'll cuddle for a second, then I'm gonna go sleep.
Oh,
Like we'll meet in the middle of the bed. All right, you go over there.
yeah. Don't touch me. I'm going to sleep.
Or more, it's more. Yeah. Well,
Mm.
nothing.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, since Sean's fixing to leave anyway, I'm gonna drop everybody out. This was an awesome show. Triple B, thank you, man, for coming
Thank
in
you,
this
brother.
last
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit.
man. Love you all.
Ed,
Yes, sir.
love you too, brother. Ed, always good to see you, man.
Eddie, I love you.
Dig the background. I really dig that and where I look at it.
The background's working. We're
Good
like
deal.
Killing
Like
it, dude.
Thanks, guys.
And
Love it. Thanks for having me.
Sean, absolutely. Sean, I will hopefully talk or see you sometime.
You're not gonna have much of a choice.
Yep. He's going to be living with you soon enough.
That's true. All right. See y'all on the other side.
Man.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. As always, I always love doing this. What can I say? It's a Saturday thing I've come to really enjoy doing. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. Check all those links. And I will be back next Saturday. Not sure what we're going to talk about unless some cool news drops or whatever. But you all take care. You have an awesome rest of your weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you sometime next week. And let's wait for the awkward pause here at the end, and I will catch you later.